All right, welcome in, builders. Best laid plans of Min and Mice. I was planning on continuing on with Limbus Company today, but apparently they do Wednesday maintenance, and according to my calculations, it would not have even been worth getting started. It would have got interrupted right away. So by popular demand of like 5 votes on the Discord, if you're not part of the Discord, maybe come join in and hang out. I threw up a poll and the Warhammer won. So we're playing some Warhammer tonight. Normally before I do these streams, I like to play a little bit and like re-warm up. We're coming into this cold. I have not touched Gladius since last time I streamed it a few weeks ago, so I'm sure that this will go very, very well. Grink of Meat, welcome in. Wah indeed, although we have already wad. I don't have a plan, so we'll see what we're gonna play. I literally have not made any decisions. I think I'm gonna kind of leave it up to chat if there's any enough folks here to vote. I'd prefer to do something that we haven't done on the channel yet, although we didn't do a very good job of Adeptus Mechanicus. Anyone have any opinions on what they'd like to see? I am open to suggestions, and if we have hotly contested, then maybe I'll throw up a poll. We have, let me think here. We have not done Adeptus Sororitas. I would be willing to do another Mechanicus. We kind of got skunked on that one. We've done Militarum. We have not done Chaos Space Marines. We have not done Eldari. We've not done Drukhari. We did Necrons. We've done Orcs. I don't think we've done Space Marines. Space Marines are kind of easier into things. We have the Tau, and we have the Tyranids. Hey, Vindicus, how's it going? Dim Bones Man, good to see you. Yeah, definitely teach Babel a lesson. I should probably have a couple backup things ready in case of whatever I'm planning on doing not working out, especially if it requires a actual internet connection to something. Might start work 6 hours before the morning live stream and I'm still at work. Well, yeah, I do 4 hours a morning stream. I take 2 hours to rest my voice and get some food. And then we do 4 hours in the evening. That's the current schedule. So I'm literally streaming full time right now over the summer. So been enjoying it, at least so far. Hey, Dragon, how you doing, man? Okay, last call. Anyone that people particularly want to see before I make a decision, and I will just pick what I'm feeling. You see the new Dawn of War 4 footage? I have. I have a little bit of experience with the Dawn of War games, and I liked 2. Was it 2 I liked? I think it was 2 I liked pretty well. Although I don't have it in my library, so I must have like borrowed the CDs from a friend or something. So I did consider buying the remaster and playing through it, but as with anything, it's literally all comes down to time. I don't even want to say cautiously optimistic. I'm cautiously pessimistic that the Total War Warhammer 40k game will be good. I don't know. Creative Arts has been on, I don't know, toilet bowl swirling for a while, but maybe they understand that this may be their last chance or their studio is going to get shut down. So maybe they'll make some good decisions this time. All right. Yeah, and it's, the thing that's frustrating is like Warhammer, and especially Warhammer 2, were really good. Like, I mean, I had some complaints, obviously, but they were pretty good. And Warhammer 3 was just terrible. It was so terrible. It's gonna be all the Primaris stuff. Yeah, see, I don't care for the new stuff in there at all, really. Okay, let's see. Since nobody seems to have a strong opinion tonight, I know in the past people were kind of hoping for the Tau. The Tau can be pretty fun. The late game robots do make for a good finisher. I do quite like Bolter Babes. Power armor and bolters is always good, even on a frail human. I have actually, well, I didn't do this recently. I was doing some practice with Drukhari, probably my least played faction. And they actually have some really good stuff. Although, what a tiny roster compared to everybody else. The Blue Boys, Tyranids, one opinion there. Tyranids is a lot of work because I have to keep everything in Synapse. They're not bad though. I do like me a Carnifex Rush. Space Nun, says Haas. I wish I could randomize, but then see what my random is. A poll. I don't know if we have enough. I don't know if we have enough votes to bother. All right, sure. Why not? Why not? Let's try a poll and we'll see what we get here. So we'll do a poll. Question is play, and our answers are going to be the Cerritos, the Tau. I think I just misspelled Tyranids too. Hang on. The Y Babel. All right, I'm gonna give you guys like 30 seconds to vote, and then we'll go with that. I do like all those factions. Tyranids can be quite a lot of fun. I don't know if I even agree with the initial challenge hard. I guess you can't just run anywhere, but you can't run anywhere with anybody else anyways, so I don't know about that. Like I said, power armor and bolters is always amazing. You just can't go wrong with that. And Tau are pretty interesting. They have some weird mechanics where like you kind of want like one of every building, and you get bonuses for doing that. But then like when you go deeper than that, then you start getting penalties on it. Isn't there a Hello Kitty faction? No, unfortunately, they have not added the cat girls for the Adeptus Militarum. Maybe next expansion. Have I seen 40K Dark Fantasy or Dark Heresy? I know what it is. I haven't looked into it too much. I'm still waiting for them to get the last DLC for Rogue Trader. I would love to do a Rogue Trader playthrough on the channel, but God, it would be like 200 hours or something. I don't know if I could get people to watch 200 hours of that, but it looks like a really fun game. 50-50. Yeah, get your votes in now. Get your votes in now. Forever hold your peace. All right, I'm gonna end the poll. Let's see who wins. I'm on my fourth run of that game. See, I just don't have time for that. I get like one playthrough of games these days. Oh my gosh, you guys literally tied. All right, hang on. You're just gonna have to believe me, because since we're not doing limits tonight, I didn't turn on my camera. Figured I'd give my old man eyes a rest. I'm gonna do a dice roll. We'll do odds is Cerritos and evens will be Tyranids. You'll just have to totally believe me. It is evens, we'll do Tyranids. All right, Tyranids it is. It was a 4-up for anyone questioning. All right, Tyranids it is. Okay. And if I'm playing Tyranids, I want my purple color. My Gene Stealer purple. You can have ugly color. I want Gene Stealer purple. My favorite faction color. I like this one, and then I like that kind of like Gorthor brown. Those are the two I use almost exclusively. All right, we will leave them at random. I don't think, because I'm not practiced up, I don't think I'm gonna up the difficulty. I talked about doing it to hard last time, but I have a bad feeling since I'm out of practice. But what I will go do is I will come in here and we'll turn the wireweed down. I mentioned last time that wireweed, well, I think is really cool and an interesting mechanic. The AI struggles with wireweed. If we lower that, that'll help them out a little bit. Am I able to, while we're in here, am I able to turn off the stupid Space Marines? Is it Ultima Founding? Is that the stupid Space Marines one? I guess we'll leave it for now. I do not like their Primaris garbage. We'll struggle bus it. All right, and we're not gonna do teams, because last time we tried to do teams, I had to 1v2 and we lost. So that did not work out well. Ultima Founding is okay. You know what? Screw those guys. They're dumb. All right, let's do it. Should have an intro video.
In its isolation, Gladius Prime was an ideal research location. Here, the Adeptus Mechanicus Majus Biologus analyzed one of the greatest threats to the Imperium. The Tyranids. The defeat of Hive Fleet Kraken at Fagundia showed that science could defeat the horrors. The colony, Guard Outpost, and Space Marine Chapter were unwitting insurance. Defenses, in case the Tyranids ever escaped. When the day came, they weren't enough. Nothing was enough.
Whoopsie. My bad. Yeah, guys, nothing ever goes wrong whenever you hold monsters for research. Stop being big babies about it. And we started with 2 fermentation pools. My. Babel is very happy about that. Okay, what do we got here? We have a cliff? Some sort of cliff face or something? Water, okay. Don't love that. Yeah, I think City 1 and City 2. That is already determined for us. The question is, where? Yeah, so research isn't great. I do want to get this inside of my radius ASAP. So I don't really want to go this far back. Yeah, I think we are literally just going to grab that. We'll take a turn 1 founding. And then, so one of the mechanics, in fact, oh shoot, I should have shown that off. I'm gonna get in the compendium here, factions, Tyranids. Let's actually go over this before I get going too fast. The Great Devourer. So the Tyranids here, like they said, were research subjects, and somehow they were able to start up their own hive mind, like they have their own synapse thing going here. So they're not hooked up to a hive fleet at the moment. So that's good. That's good for us. But unfortunately, they are functioning somehow. So yeah, that sucks. So Tyranids, they use biomass. They don't use food or ore. They're just replaced with biomass. So it simplifies our economy. We use influence instead of energy. Cities are more restricted in size, but less penalized by quantity. So we get some text that will make it a little easier for us to have more cities. We definitely want 3, maybe 4 cities as Tyranids, in my opinion. Reclamation. Production buildings can basically eat units and use that to speed up their production. We feed upon the planet. The cities and Malanthropes can consume biomass. Basically, we can strip the planet down to like the bedrock. We could just literally eat everything. It ruins the tile yields for other factions. Prey adaptation. By defeating and consuming enemies, we evolve to be better at beating them. Enemies defeated in the area of Malanthropes give us research. We like that a lot. We have instinctual behavior. If we have units that are outside of the range of Synapse and are not Synapse creatures themselves, they have things that they'll just do on their own. It can be as simple as just losing morale, or it could be like they go out of control. So we have to be very careful. We basically need to have leader units around our weaker units. We have poisoned weapons. Many weapons do additional damage against infantry. And we have acid blood. A lot of our monstrous creatures do damage back to melee attackers. Easy peasy. You like to add the resource overlay? Oh, you totally can. I just kind of know what they are because I've played so much. All right, so one of the things about our start, these dudes need Synapse. While we have Synapse, we have infinite morale. While we don't have Synapse, we are pretty low morale. We can find out. Our instinctual behavior is we lose our morale every turn. So we would like that not to be the case. So cities provided around themselves, and then we're going to need a unit to otherwise get more. Our city itself, let's grab. Am I going to bum rush the growth? I don't think I'm going to bum rush the growth. I think I want research right off the bat. Yeah, give me the research right off the bat. And research-wise, so for me, in my opinion, the strongest start is always getting the heroes. The heroes for this faction are very good, especially the, what is it called? Not the Termagant, not the Brood Hunt, the Tervingon. Yeah, these are ridiculous. It's a hero that can spawn units. Free units are very, very nice. Free units that are at the front line are even better. So, let's rock it. Oh, look at all that delicious food just running around. All right, we need to be very careful that we do not stray very far. We can run out and do some attacks, but we got to be careful. Also, we are using flesh borers, which only have a range of 1. So we got to be careful with that too. So let's go here with him. Let's grab that hex. We'll shoot him and shoot him. Yeah, so these guys fire little like beetles that bore into your flesh and eat you from the inside out. Very pleasant. Very pleasant. And not bad weapons. At least in the unarmored things. The profile of the weapon is only 1 armor pin. So yeah, against little creatures, pretty good. Against armored things, not nearly as much. I see you. All right, we've acquired the square. All right, I do want to go fight him, but I don't want to fight him 1v1, so we'll just reposition again. You can see here, we ate the biomass that was there, and now we've driven it down to bedrock. I'm gonna drop a research here. Yeah, I thought that was really cool. This year during the Skulls event, they gave the base game away for free. Hopefully people picked it up because I think this is a great game. You don't need DLC to enjoy it for sure. Okay, you want to fight, bro? Our main city, the weapons on it are kind of eh. So we have Devourers at range 1, 0 armor pin. That's kind of an ouch. And we have the Heavy Venom Cannon, which is the range 2. So, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. All right, you guys finish him off. I don't want to go peek if I don't have 2 units. Done and done. As you can see, we have a lot less resources to have to manage compared to a lot of other factions. So if you like complex positioning, but you don't like having to fiddle with a lot of econ, this could be a good choice for you. Okay, I will peek. Okay, cultists. Yeah, we can engage that. All right, we'll go here. Again, I gotta be careful because these guys are gonna lose, both of them will lose a morale this turn because they're not adjacent to the city. All right, there is our hero building. We'll rotate down here. They have some cover here, so this isn't stellar. Okay, then gargoyles, jump infantry unit, they're fine. The thing is, how many tier 1 infantry am I gonna build? And the answer is probably 0, in all honesty. We'll spawn some out of our hero, but yeah, not interested. Hormagaunts are kind of the melee version of these little guys we currently have. They're pretty good, but again, I could just go to Gene Stealers or Warriors right away. I like them. I wish they were the starter unit. Or maybe we had like 1 of those and 2 of these, or vice versa. The reduced cost of overriding instinct can be nice if your playstyle does that. I usually don't. Reduce influence cost of reclamation or Spider's Parlor. Enemies in our city take damage. I'm gonna lower the cost of reclamation. Hey, Blasterbot, thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships. Congratulations to Anabafaris, Cubano Libre, Cube Libre, Thomas Sop, Jerome Bound, and Apribero. Make sure to give a thank you to Blaster for those very generous memberships. Nid Warriors are cool. I agree. I agree. I have a friend who is like, I kid you not, like a savant of this game, and one of his favorite builds is Warrior Spam. Okay, we are at end of turn. We've done our attacks already. All right, nothing come out of the fog and kill me, please. What did I just say? Yeah, but they're dumb little iron cannons. We would not prefer to fight that if we can help it. All right, you will not be able to kill them by yourself, and your morale is getting rather low. Okay, we'll rotate here. Part of the problem is with that low morale, we do less damage. We'll do that, we'll do that. We'll bring you over here to get morale and heal. Couldn't have said it better myself. All right, and we've got the research down. Let's drop our hero building. Yeah, I see you running back and forth over there. All right, now we just need to get back home. Yeah, the early game for Tyranids is very slow because of this, but we'll pick up quite a lot. All right, go there for the healing. Let's go here. All right, I want that hero specifically. We're going to grab that right off the bat. For this faction, we have a specific building to build our builders, so I don't necessarily need the infantry building unless I actually just want it. So, all right, you're gonna heal, done. I don't like these ruins. These guys have a special ability where they actually are better in ruins, so I really wish we did not have this right here. Okay, yeah, they've got ruin stealth, extra range mitigation. If we're going to engage them, now is a good time. All right, I will engage. We'll have to rotate this guy. Didn't I turn this stupid wire weed down? Yeah, and as we can see here, with their 6 armor, a lot less damaging than we were against those dogs. And now they're just rotating, and he's in the ruins. I don't even know if I'm interested in shooting at him there. He's gonna take so little damage. Yeah, unfortunately, this is gonna be very difficult for me to deal with until we get another unit out. Oh, he tried to move in there. Okay, that at least might be surroundable. Maybe that would be worth my time. And, okay, and my capital can shoot it. Okay, definitely worth my time. Dumb little ion cannons. All right, Turvigon. Oh, that sweet, sweet mama. All right, get him, get him. You keep healing for now. You shoot that. All right, and we've done researching it, so we'll immediately start building that. All right, let's get that connected. Let's see, I'm not gonna have... Yeah, we have a little bit of food bonus, but not many other bonuses here. Okay, we'll get that hooked up, and then we'll go from there. All right, with that done, this is the building that produces other cities. This is our quote-unquote vehicle building. For us, it's like monstrous creature building. As always, we're definitely going to want our pop building. We're going to want our loyalty building. And we need malanthropes, which I believe we get just directly off building. I'm just deciding if I want to get this now or if I want to get the prereqs first. I think I'm going to hold off on this. Let's get the prereqs first. See how we're doing. Yeah, and of course they run away. Yeah, I'm not going to bother chasing. We're not going to be able to kill that, so let's come back here, rest up. Once we get the hero will have synapse, and then we'll be able to move out and about. All right, added that hex in. All right, let's go ahead and drop. Let's grab a synapse node. Well, we definitely are going to need a lot of influence for our heroes. Grabbing some early is not a bad plan. And then I don't want to just sit with we have full HP, so let's go up here. We'll see if we can go grab this. Maybe there'll be a piece of loot in it. Let him keep healing. Like to rush to the exocrines. Yeah, it's a pretty versatile faction. I do feel that like there's several very viable early units that you can get. That looks relatively safe up here. Just gotta be careful because look at that, we're already at half morale. All right, come on home, head on back. Okay, our coherence node. Trying to move through this early game relatively quick because I do know that it's very slow. All right, well, we don't need that, so we'll start smacking on that. Also, I got a blind grenade. Meh. That's pretty much how I feel about blind grenades. They're okay. Oh, whoops. I jumped into the wire weed there. Didn't even mean to. All right, go shoot that. All right, in case the Vespids come over, we'll go there. Okay, we're gonna need more area. Now, you do get the biomass when you grab the hex, so I can get like a 25 biomass quote-unquote refund if I nab that. I do want to put a biomass building down. I'm also gonna want the population building. Because this is my only biomass bonus hex, I'm not going to waste it. Let's grab this one. We'll put the other buildings in it. Yeah, I value the pop growth of a fermentation pool so high that I'm very happy even getting no other major resources. All right, let's see if we can just finish this thing off. And you just heal. We don't know if there's elves on the map or not, but that just keeps them from getting in my back line. It's the bees. Now, luckily, we are a faction that doesn't start with a tier 1 melee unit, so we can fight bees if we have to. We'd obviously prefer not to if we get our choice. Oh, and there's Mama. And immediately we are going to take Living Incubator. Now, what do I want to clear? Probably to this, because this is what I want to put my second city on. All right, we'll have her head out. We'll immediately spawn a free unit. And that is what she's going to do all game long, is spawn free units. All right, if I had the resources, I would grab a Tyranid Prime. It's no orc war boss, but he's pretty good in the realm of melee heroes. He has a really nice ultimate that lowers, or I don't remember if it lowers defense. I think it makes them take more damage. So he can be pretty good, but you need to be level 6 to do that. So getting one early is kind of nice. All right, we grab that hex. So we could do loyalty, which are at +2, or we could do pop, which we have room for 2. Let's do pop, and we'll just queue up loyalty. Research-wise, I could unlock the third hero. I tend to find the Hive Tyrant kind of in all honesty. Birthing channels reduces the influence of production buildings. That could be pretty nice. I think we're actually going to circle back around here. I do want to go Carnifex this game, I think, just because I like the build. So Warriors and Carnifexes probably. This is our construction building. Very, very, very important. Do I want to rush that? I think I do. Flesh hooks upgrade Tyranid Warriors, Primes, and Lictors. Lictors are incredible. How many turns? Brood Hunt would be 3. You know what? I'm gonna grab the birthing channels. It's something I'm gonna want anyways. We'll go up to the construction building and then we'll circle back for our second city founding. And you guys just chill. All right, and now it begins. All right, run over here. Because she has synapse, anything I put next to her will not have the morale problems. So as long as I'm careful with my movement, we can just go wherever we want now. All right, we saw something running around up there. I do kind of want to flush whatever it is out. All right, next to her. Get that. Okay. Yeah, let me even just put this to sleep. We need 120 influence to get him. It's going to take me a hot minute to do that. Hey, Beowulf, how's it going, man? All right, now. Oh, would you look at that? Living incubator's already ready again. I guess I'll take another free unit. You can use things like this to soak overwatches. Doesn't matter in the early game like this, but imagine we wanted to attack a city. I could just spawn some crappers in front of it and let them take the hit. So, yeah, this is one of my... I consider this one of the strongest heroes, weirdly enough. Even if she did nothing else, just the fact that I can have... I'm up to 5 units and I haven't produced a single unit. That is just... so good. So good. Where are you gonna go, buddy? I think I can still reach you. All right. Run after him. We'll send the wounded unit. Katachin. All right. Finish him. Keep your morale up. Keep your morale up. You are falling behind. One turn, go. Yeah, and now we just have so many numbers that it's going to be difficult for anything to deal with us. Birthing canals, as you do. All right, I do think I want to take out the dogs. Yeah, no Overwatch. That won't finish her. That one would. We'll send them to go finish. I want to do this while she's here to make sure we get the XP. All right, now this is on cooldown, and we didn't level up, so I think we will attack. So we'll have her go here. She is still a hero, even if her attacks aren't the best. Crushing Claws and Stinger Salvo. Yeah, we'll show them who's the bigger bug. Get them, boys. Make mama proud. All right, not gonna quite kill it, but that'll be just fine. And we'll grab our construction building. Nice and clean. Okay, he ran away. Unfortunately, there's so much stuff here, I'm not going to be able to chase, so we'll just grind our way through it if we have to. All right, it is up again. Okay, you go here and attack that. Go there and attack that. Here and attack him there. We're not gonna be able to kill it either way. Let's go here. Oh, no, no, no. I should not have gone there. All right. Spawn. There. You know what? Circle back around and go grab that for me, would you? Yeah, as you can see, I love that this actually plays like the faction. We're a swarm faction. I'm swarming. I'm swarming right now. Even Space Marines would struggle to deal with the pure numbers that we're popping out here. All right, you get out of there. All right, can you two kill him? You sure can. Now, later on, we do get... Oh, and here we go. We do get a heal ability, and we get an aura that increases the attack of this Termagant unit. These are okay. They're not stellar. They're whatever. Sometimes I get the heal. I only generally get the heal if I have a good unit with me. These are kind of expendable, so I'd rather just up their damage. Run over here. We'll hit that. We'll hit that. Swing down there. So what am I going to do with the weak one? We're going to send them home and eat them. So not only is it free attack units, it's free econ. All right. Yep. Run over there. We're going to eat you. And head on home. One more turn until we're ready. Literally could just kill it. Run to there. Okay. Normally enslavers would be pretty worrisome. While we're in Synapse, we have infinite morale. They can't mind control me, so we don't even have to worry about them. If they come over here, I'll eat them. I've noticed a lot of my playthroughs always involve creatures eating everybody. I don't know what that says about me, but there's probably something Freudian about it. Just out of curiosity, if anyone's been following the Age of Wonders playthrough, I have the final episode up. It hasn't come out yet. It'll be a couple days, but the series did finish, and it was satisfying. All right, you really need to go talk to Mama because you're getting kind of skitsy. All right, now he feels reassured. All right, a robot. Okay, of the early game stuff, robots is the one that we don't like because they have the flamethrower. Flamethrower is a template which allows them to get greater accuracy against multiple units. And yeah, bad time. So we would prefer not to fight that if we can help it. I'd much prefer to fight the stuff up here. Yeah, we'll zip over here and we can spawn, so we'll do it. Give me some cover. Come on up. Shoot the bees. Shoot the bees. Vinicus says, I've been watching the Solar Nations playthrough and Song of Six. Nice, yeah. Song of Six is popping off with their new update too. I don't have a plan for where that's going to go into the schedule, but I did want to swing back around for another Song of Six game, so that may be in the short term on the way. Okay, this is a lot of units up here. I don't love that. Okay, you're on your way. We don't have 120 to make the hero. We are building the loyalty building. Yep. Watch your tips video, helped me a lot. Always struggled with that game. Well, all I can do is give credit to chat for that because they taught me a lot in that playthrough. That video's been doing really well, so I hope it's been helping people. I haven't been getting a lot of comments, so it's kind of weird. Usually if something gets a lot of views, I usually get comments, whether it's good or bad, but it's been really quiet on that video. So, I don't know, maybe people are just contemplating Babel's wisdom. Also, that's a fripp ton of bees, holy moly. He's gonna get eaten and turn into a bee. We don't like that. We don't like that at all, actually. All right, move here. You shoot that. I can't spawn for a couple turns, so we'll go ahead and shoot. Run up there. Okay, now, because he is no longer next to her, he is not immune to mind control. So we do want to be cognizant of that. And probably just back away, in all honesty. I don't think I want to take a free mind control. He is almost certainly dead. And he's going to turn into a bee when he dies. Well, take a few with you, huh? Over here. Yep, you keep running home. Which video? The Song of Six new player tips or things I wish I knew, I think is what it's called. Basically, it was the capstone to that series. Joke's on them, that's just more XP for me. I need them to move into a spot that I can surround. Okay, the Megafauna sack. Everyone loves the Megafauna sack. Alright, come here and hit that. And they do have their warp thingamabobber up, which I don't love. Move back here, move there, attack that. Here, attack that. Okay. Alright, we got that. We could go up to Ring 2 for our cities. We could upgrade the damage of the weapons we're using, but I'm gonna go grab our building that's going to allow us to found our second city. Go bees! They're dedicated little things, aren't they? Also, I hear that robot stomping around. Okay, those two might be killable this turn. Holy moly, am I gonna get a bee apocalypse? Let's be careful here, guys. Okay, I can spawn. All right, you run over here and kill that. You run here and finish that off. The bee thing is a debuff, so as long as you get away and give yourself a second, it'll wear off. Okay, you just pull back to safety. You come here, you go there. Oh, and you know what? I can go up the next one. Now I spawn higher level termagants. I spawn level 4s. My best units are level 3s. Yep. I love the early game of this thing. All right. See, we were just lulling the bees into a false sense of security. All right, now I am going to definitely want my megafauna sac. Try saying that 5 times fast. You do produce biomass. You produce 4. I'm just questioning if I want to put it here. It's only 10%. I don't think I even want to delay. We'll plop it there, and we are going to go ahead and eat the unit. Look at that. Only 5 turns now. And that is the beauty. We'll get that up and running, and yeah, we'll get that second city going. We'll be off and running. I've really come around to slowing down my second city drop a little bit to get the construction building first these days. It means that I can get my loyalty fixed, and we don't have kind of like the slump of loyalty problem that normally you have if you straight rush it. All right, you might get shot by the robot, but it is what it is. All right, you are gonna go get digested because you're too low. By the time I would sit them somewhere and heal, they'd have no morale, and it would just be a problem. Better to just recycle them. Also, good evening, Broad. I don't know if I said hi to you. Two robots. In all honesty, I'm not very interested in fighting robots. I would like to get this HP thing, though. Is it worth it? Yeah, it probably is. All right, you come here. There. Can I do this without drawing in the stupid robots is really the question. Okay, and that got that. Then I'm also going to want to go for Carnifexes, so I need the Brood Haunt. Stupid bees. How is it that I turned down the wireweed and we've had 2 combat situations that are being dictated by wireweed? 3 robots. All right, I think this may be a relic too far. Yeah, I think this might be a relic too far. All right. Nope, I was wrong. You can just keep it. You can just keep it. I can spawn. I will. I don't want to lose my level 4, so I'll put my 3 out as the distraction. I don't even want to move up and shoot. You can come out here and hit me if you want. All right, I'll take that. That's fine. Oh no, you killed one of us. There's only like 30,000 left. What are we gonna do? All right, and you are pretty wounded. Go get digested. Okay, if you move here, you won't kill. Let's move her up and give the buff. And now he will kill from the extra attacks. Cool. And then, you know what? I still want that, even if I am going to pull out. God, is this how everyone else plays games? Where you actually, like, get turns complete in a reasonable amount of time? We're already on turn 37. Every time I think I'm out, they just pull me back in. They just pull me back in. All right, she doesn't do that much damage. Let's go here. Now, I gotta be careful here. I wanna make sure everyone stays next to her so that they can't mind control anything. So we'll do this. Oh, and he just arrived at home. And we just finished our building. We need more room. Remind me, does the Thrope building... This one does research. Okay, so we'll put it over in the cold area. Get that research bonus. And this is a little greedy because I'm going to need some influence to found my second city, but getting that hero out would... He will be able to kill the things that we're struggling with, like a robot. So getting him out is kind of nice. All right, and you're going to come also get digested. Yeah, just work your way that way. All right, it's going to be a while before we can get anything else. Let's grab things that upgrade what I'm currently doing. So let's upgrade the weapons of all my army. Boo. I very much dislike that those robots team up with all these weird things. Yeah, this is just not something I can keep a hold of at the moment. And I don't have an answer to the robot yet, so let's move on. We'll head this way. Can you spawn? You can. Yeah, we just literally like pop these things every 3 turns. Every 3 turns. All right, and you guys. Okay, here we want the Thrope building, and we will eat him to speed it up. Yep, come on down, buddy. Yeah, any faction that gets the ability to speed up buildings is just so good. It's so good. All right, yep, just stay there. Done. We'll swing south. Well, I don't know. I don't want to grab that robot. I really don't want to grab that robot. You know what? We'll swing north of the wireweed. The robot is deadly enough to me that I think I'm just going to skip him. Hey, Drew, how's it going, man? Apparently, YouTube translated, you said heyo, and it translated what you said into the word there. What the heck, YouTube? What the heck? Why would you do that? Also, there's buggies here. We don't like buggies. All right, the Thrope building is down. That means Malanthrope time. And before I forget, I want to deploy up here. Okay, I do... Yeah, we can build our Brood Haunt here. That's fine. Yes, that means I need to get my Carnifexes unlocked ASAP. All right, and you guys are going to swing south. There's just not quite enough room for everyone here. Yeah, Droog. Yeah. It's the unfortunate only show in town, basically. I mean, I guess Twitch, vaguely. All right, you guys just chill. You're going to get eaten here in a minute. I don't need to speed up that building particularly, so I'm not too interested. Although I could speed up the Malanthrope. Yeah, you don't just have to do buildings. I can eat. So 5 turns, 3 turns. All right, and probably should be a little bit careful here. What's down there? Cultists. Okay, we can handle cultists. We'll have her run to here and spawn more. God, the swarm. The swarm. I love it. I absolutely love it. I mean, is there anything we can't beat by throwing more bodies at it? They said science could beat us, but did we throw enough bodies at science? I feel like the answer is no. All right, go claim that. Now, I do want to be a little careful. The middle of the map is kind of like spicy area. All right, I do want to get the kill here, but I want her in range to get the XP. One turn on the building, 2 turns on the mouth rope, 2 turns on the hero. You can go back to sleep. And then we're going to need another square right there. Cool. Yeah, I can't gush enough about this hero. I wish more heroes had a mechanic similar. All right, Gigabore weapons. So we got the upgrade now. Increases the armor penetration. Now we have 2 armor penetration. Here, so we could build a Tyrannocyte. This is like a transport. It does have its uses, but I'm not too sussed about that. I think we're just going to hold off on that. We're going to have some other expenses that I need to do. Research-wise, I need Carnifexes. Yes. One of probably my favorite unit for the faction. All right, where are we going? Let's nab that. Sure. Can't spawn yet, so go over there and smash that. That. I really could use some more synapse. I have too many creatures here. A tower. I'm not sure that's worth the squeeze to kill. Maybe we'll go bang on it. It's not like I don't have some bodies to spend. Hey, Shinosuke, how's it going, man? Is my influence in the red? Yes, when my new hero came out, yes it is. Good catch. I definitely am gonna need to influence. Yep. Influence, please. That sucks that I have to put it there. That sucks quite a lot. I should have paid better attention there. All right, that also means I'm not gonna be able to drop our second save yet, but Malanthropes, whenever we kill things near it, we get free research. So having one out is not bad. They also have some decent abilities. They have Toxic Miasma, which is a great template poison attack. So against something like Imperial Guard, just a really, really good hit. Accuracy 12 is 100%, just FYI. And it is poison 5, which is again crazy. And Grasping Tail, minus 50% attacks. That is huge. Like, huge debuff for damage of people who require multiple attacks to get their damage out. Sorry to hear that Limbus fell. Yeah, I guess they do their maintenance on Wednesdays, and I went and I did my time conversion, and we would have had like 2 hours. It just wasn't even worth starting, so that's okay. We'll just change the days around a little bit. I didn't have anything planned though, so maybe a little bit of a lesson to babble here that I should probably have a secondary plan. They also Synapse creature, so now I can use these guys to get my little guys Synapse. Shadow in the Warp reduces the morale of adjacent enemy Psychers. I've never had that come up, but I guess it could. And Subterranean Assault, we can use we have a unit that can make tunnels, and we can use those. What else? We can clear tiles. This is our unit that can get rid of wireweed or other things. And we can eat the tile. So for a pretty hefty cost, we can grab biomass from various hexes. All right, and level up. So Tyranid Prime has Scourge of the Brood. This is a self buff for cooldowns 3 turns, 30% plus damage. That's fine. It's boring, but fine. We have Adaptive Biology, gives him Feel No Pain. Just essentially invulnerability damage reduction. Very nice, very nice. Because he's also a hero, of course, he starts with 50% damage mitigation, and that'll just make it better. And then he has Alpha Warrior, increases the accuracy of other Tyranid warriors. So Only good if you have warriors around. That one, and it's only radius 1, so I don't know. I tend to find that one kind of sketch. And then he has exploit weakness, minus 50% armor. So that can be very, very good against like cities, for example. Lower the armor and then bash them. We will start with probably Bone Sword. Oh, and apparently some Feel No Pain. All right, I will throw bodies at this, I think. Yeah, so you move there, you move there. Spawn me a fresh one. Move up, attack, attack, attack. Okay, we're probably gonna lose that unit, but you know, is what it is. Ooh, more pools. Yeah, look at it. I literally cannot fit my army because there are so many of them already. Okay, no reason to stop this. I am gonna want a few of these. They're gonna be my cities, and then we're just gonna want a few of them around so that we can get extra research. This is just single player Shinosuke. It was a last minute, I threw up on the Discord, do we want to play this or do we want to play Down with the Ship? And this won the vote. Droog, thank you for using our 12-month member super chat. One lap around the sun of me posting nonsense and Babel ignoring it. Hip hip hooray. When have I ignored your nonsense? I read all of your nonsense. I take offense to that. Thank you very much. Okay, now we gotta do a kind of a funny little shuffle here because I want to get as many things as I can with the attack bonus. I prefer to use units that are healthier. 4.6 damage. Honestly, I think it's probably better get the buff. Yeah, literally just spraying this thing with beetles to eat their way in. All right, come down here, rotate over there. All right, probably wasn't worth my time, but you know what? Maybe it shouldn't have stood in my way. Yeah, that boo on that influence too. Do we know we're up? No, we haven't seen or heard anything. They should be like right here though. We started top middle, so usually that means we're in a cross formation. So there should be somebody in this neighborhood. I mean, I guess at this point we're rushing them. I just have so bloody many units here. All right, head home to get eaten. Head home to get eaten. Hang on, don't take that path. Go that way to get eaten. You have to get home to get eaten. You don't get eaten in the wild. All right, kill. Okay, I have literally no idea why that wanted to path that way, but sure. All right, then that gets Synapse instantly back and the buff. All right, well, there you go. Literally terminated that thing to death. Level up again. I'm gonna again, I don't care about the healing too much. The only thing I would care to heal would be him. But for now, I think I would rather give them 50% more attacks. All right, and I think we're rushing. I think we're gonna rush. They've got to be here or here, like somewhere in the neighborhood. We're so close already anyways. Yeah, I think we're just so close anyways. Hey, Israel. Didn't notice you were playing this? It was a last minute switch. I was supposed to do Limbus Company, but I guess they have maintenance on Wednesdays. I didn't know that. So we would have only barely got started. Hey, Slice, how's it going, man? Hey, I was gonna ask you, Slice. I assume that you're playing another Battle Brothers campaign. If you make some cool bros at like mid-level or higher, would you post a picture of them on my Discord and maybe explain like your trait picks? I need to up my character building skills in that game for next time. Designing by committee on stream is obviously I mean, it is a way you can play. It is a way you can play. Let's put it that way. I'm not sure it's the one that involves us not dying. Okay, We are now making some positive. And actually, I think I'm going to just turn that building off. I need to get positive enough that I can get another hex. So we'll go ahead and drop a biomass there. No more heroes. Yeah, that's fine. Zazam. You don't say so, bees. You don't say so. I do find it very strange we haven't ran into somebody right here. Like, they're certainly not in that corner. All right, kill the bees. Yeah, I don't see them. All right, let's swing wide, sweet chariot. I want to go grab this while we're up here. One thing I don't generally talk about too much, but is very important, these little outposts, that little 2s and whatever bonuses add up. They really, really add up over time. All right, and I don't think we're gonna bump into them there, so we probably want to go this direction with our other hero. Okay, you head that way. You also head up. Okay, what else do we want? I could go all the way up to tier 5. Bone Mace is a really good upgrade for Carnifexes. We could up our population growth. We could get extra armor. Zoanthropes have a psychic attack that's really good for armor pin. We could get our second. You know what? We're almost out of tiles for our main city. We better just grab Ripper Dispersion so we can get the level 2. I am not an extra and no longer on Discord. I've considered on Discord. If I do, I'll post some bros. Okay, yeah, no problem, man. I'd appreciate it if you do. Next. How weird. They're definitely not up here. Not with that thing crawling out from up there. So they must be further south? This is really weird to me. All right, go grab that. Yeah, Mr. Robot. Let's just not engage Mr. Roboto if I can help it. That would just be nice. Let's just not. All right. Boom boom. Okay, you guys are healthy enough. You're healthy enough. All right, and you. Are we gonna get held down? We're probably gonna get held down long enough. I probably should just come straight over. I thought we were gonna get right through there, but that doesn't seem to be the case. All right, get inside. Done. Please don't come down, robots. I really don't want to fight you. As soon as we engage, they're just never gonna stop following me. And I need a couple levels on him before he's gonna be prime robot killing. So if you go here, go there and then hit that. You have the buff. Let's bring somebody who has full life in to hit with the buff. There. Oh, dang it. All right, well, I found the robots. God. All right, get up there. And again, how is it that I turned down the wireweed and 3 times now I've been involved in wireweed fights? How does that even work? All right, I have enough to grab another hex. We need to get some more influence. I kind of fubbed up that bit a little bit. Was playing too fast. Yeah, I hear you, Slice. I was not pleased with that. I don't know if I'm bearer of bad news, but it sounds like the US is going to pass online ID requirements, or if it might have already passed. I don't know if that vote happened. Yeah, because I'm definitely sure. See, here's the thing. I think any company that requires you to show ID to go online should be liable for when they leak your information. And it should be like put you out of business amounts of liability, like $100,000 per account that gets leaked. Because it is absolutely ridiculous that all these companies require your information and then they leak it and then they're like, whoopsie poopsie, sucks to be you. Yep, me too. Me too. Yeah, I totally agree. I absolutely hate all the privacy garbage that's going on at the moment. Okay, one bug ran away. We're gonna have to engage these, so I'm gonna need to be kind of clever about this. Let's go here. Hit that. Okay, you hit that. Move up. All right, we'll take this out. All right, I guess we're in for a penny, in for a pound. Apparently, we're fighting the robots. Yeah. Oh my god, there are 4 of them. Oh gods. I should have moved him up. We could have got a little research there. All right, here, I would like influence, please. All right, I'm gonna have to look. If our warrior can't do at least like a third of their life in one hit, I'm just gonna leave that guy to die, and we're gonna get out of here. Yeah, and their stupid flamethrowers ignore my range cover. All right, how much would you do? That is not a third of their life. I am out of here. Nope. That's just a big nope for me, bro. Negative. Not gonna do it. All right, you guys kill this. I'm still amazed that we haven't found somebody here. I feel like there was supposed to be a player here. All right, run into there. We can spawn again. Yeah, just abandon. Everyone out. Everyone out. Get out of here. Nope. Nope, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. All right, you head home. Okay, I would like to get that next city started. And I think it would go right there. We're gonna need a lot more influence though. Yeah, it needs 40. We're working on it. Yeah, run here. You're just gonna stay. You guys literally are gonna stay here till it's time to eat you. I don't know what else to tell you. Did level up. It's plus 60% damage. What's worse is there's been a huge increase in scamming and hacking. Yep. Yep. I mean, until we're ready to like drone strike hackers across the globe, they're not going to stop either. So yeah, that's not going to end anytime soon. It's a sad state of affairs. All right, I'm going to keep producing a few more of these. I want a couple at least to go with my army for the debuffs and the research bonus. Your government leaks all your information like 3 times a year. Oh, that's great. Perfect, huh? Yeah, knock on wood, but I actually haven't been getting very many scam calls lately. It's been kind of nice and quiet. He says before the storm hits, I'm sure. All right. You can't spawn, so go ahead and run down. You can get my hits. You guys can't make it there. You can. Hit him there. Yeah, we have like a complete traffic jam here. I love that we're just like tripping over each other to run away from the robots. Yeah, please don't drag that to my city. be careful. All right, and again, I think we just need even more influence. Okay, that was the level 2s. You know what? We have all infantry right now. Let's just get the infantry armor. When you're logger jammed up like this and you can't build new things, get upgrades for things you already have because they're useful now. Whereas some cool unit that I can't build and I don't have the building for, and I don't have the seed to build the building in, yeah, pointless, completely pointless. Okay, and still nobody. I did have 3 computers on, right, guys? You saw that, right? I'm 99% sure I had 3 AI opponents on. Oh, boo! Boo! What is this cliff? What is this cliff? All right, hit that idiot. Oh, I should have barfed on him first. All right, barf on him. Yeah, they like that. They're nurglings. They like it. All right, get down there. Okay, was that me or is that somebody else that finally did some damage? Oh. Here's something. That is very spiky. Yeah, I used to know these by heart. I don't think that's chaos. And if it's not chaos, then that's probably Druchi or Drukari. All right, well, somebody's about to have a really, really, really bad day. Hip? Oh my gosh, Droog typed Hippa and it translated it to hip? Question mark. Why does it hate you specifically, Droog? What's up with that? Hip it to the... Don't even get me started. Health insurance? Yeah. HIPAA is Medical Privacy Act. Yep. Well, and like I said, like, if they're going to require these things, then they should be responsible for the proper caretaking of it. And to the tune of, like, you will pay out to everyone who you leaks, like, $100,000. Like, something absolutely ridiculous. And make it, like, that they will never, ever chance that it'll happen. Like, we're only storing this on a server that's not connected to the internet levels of, like, discipline. I don't know if this is true, but at one point I was reading a thing that claimed Russia was having so many problems with breaches that they've started moving all of their government stuff to offline storage only. Like, they have their database, but it's not connected to the internet because they just couldn't stop all the breaches. Well, and even, like, if we're talking about the HIPAA stuff, even with that, like, so last time I was at the dentist, I had to sign the new HIPAA paperwork. 99% of people, and I don't mean this offensively, but 99% of people either won't read it, or even if they read it, I'm not sure they would even understand all the legalese language. There should be a requirement that it's written in plain, in this case, English, so that the person that's signing it understands what they are signing. It's the same thing with laws. I feel like laws should be required to be explained in a way that most people could understand what they're voting on. In my state, they love to do this thing where it's like, do you want to not, maybe not, kinda, yes, no, not vote for this tax? It has like quadruple negatives. So like, you have to sit there and parse out whether you're voting for or against the stupid thing. It just feels like you're tricking people, basically. I hate that. I hate that a lot. Okay, we are ready to spawn again, so we'll run up here. God, I love this ability. This is just so ridiculously good. We'll go here and kill him. Oh no! Anyways. Alright, we'll see who this actually is. Yep, okay. It is Drukari because there's their portal. It definitely is not Craft World. Craft Worlds aren't really into the spiky bits. They went through their goth phase and decided to quit while they were ahead. leveled up. All right, I will go ahead and grab a level of healing now because we are going to be assaulting a city and I'm going to want him to be able to bash it. Okay, and luckily we can now get that next ring. I still probably want some more influence in all honesty. We have construction, you know what though? We're also having loyalty problems. All right, let's deal with the loyalty first. I probably want to get my building down so I can start spawning some Carnifexes. Well, I definitely can fight. This is gonna be really painful with our little dinky dudes. What do we got? Kabalite warriors. Okay, they also use poison and mandrakes. All right. All right, but hear me out. What if we just came down here and ate your city? All right, somebody has to be the guy that gets shot. It's gonna be you. All right, and then I may as well get where I can attack these guys. And I hate that these dogs showed up when they did. No. You. Okay, nobody else can reach him. I would rather do damage to him. Okay, their main army's over here. If we can swing in here quick. I'm not going to attack that. I'm going to let that go. I'm going to let that go. Maybe they'll have to fight that if I do this. All right, and just somebody's got to get in there, so do it. You can get a little closer. I don't want to waste my heal at the moment. You guys could take a turn of healing. Okay, you are waiting for 40. So next turn, maybe. Nope, we won't have the biomass. All right, just chill. All right, you're heading home to get eaten. You got a lot of stuff sitting at home waiting to get eaten. I don't have the biomass, so let's grab another biomass bonus square. Oh, no, definitely not a requirement. Okay, little guys. He has incubi already. That's a little surprising. That is a little surprising. Okay, what's the holdup with this? You guys. He managed to get out of range. All right, man. This cliff is gonna be an absolute killer. Can't get anywhere this turn. This is a really bad approach. I thought we were in a good spot, but it turns out that all these cliffs were not in a good spot. Can you move out of the way slightly? Go here, and I guess shoot them. I need him to get up here. All right, come on down. Yeah, what a great little defensive spot. I would never have guessed that. All right, we don't want to use that ability, so we'll just hold off. Okay, here. Still needing more biomass. All right, let's just chill for a turn. I'll found my other city, and that'll give me some more income. They have Carnifex? Yes, they do. I've researched it, but I don't have the building set up to produce them yet. Okay, extra infantry armor, well timed, well timed. Okay, now that's gonna be a little on the slow side. I think I'm gonna need to kill off some of these units. I don't want to give them the XP, so we're gonna pull away with that. You head over here, and we'll go ahead and pump that and get started on him. Get in there, buff those guys. All right, and then these guys, man, this terrain is just garbage. All right, you go here and attack that. You go there. Bring some synapse around the side. I don't know if we're gonna have the oomph to get through that, if I'm being honest. We might gas out here. Okay. You found our city here. All right, you're gonna need a couple turns to get up and running. 80. I will need a few turns for that. So while we're waiting, we'll go connect things. You know what? We'll send somebody over there to get eaten. Sleepy time. There's my Carnifex. I need 80, and I just don't have enough at the moment. Yeah, we need a minute. We could clear that. Okay, extra armor. What else would help me at the moment? Flesh hooks will help my Tyranid Prime. Let's go ahead and get those. Bebel, a lot of this game is on sale at the moment. I have no DLC. What would you recommend I pick up? The factions that you like, to me, are more interesting than a unit pack. I've been playing this game since it came out, so I've just accumulated all of it over time. But usually these days, and for quite a long time, I just waited until things would go on sale. So I bought all my stuff on sale. But the unit packs are okay, but they only are really worth it if you have all the factions, because they tend to add like one unit for every faction, or most factions. So if there's a unit that you like, or a faction that you like the look of, that's what I would get if I had to pick something. And you know what? These guys are actually all healed up. There's no reason not to engage these stupid things. They'll probably just run away, but if they don't... Alright, I'm very curious if I'm going to be able to power through this. I thought we were going to be able to run up and swarm the city, but we're kind of like choke pointed out really, 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 really badly here. Killed my runaways. They are one-shotting those units with the mandrakes. I don't love that. Witches. I don't know if I can do this here. We might have to pull out of this. That makes me exceptionally sad. That makes me exceptionally sad, but I don't think we can do this. I could kill that. The incubi are expensive, but these guys are one-shotting my other guys. It's their stupid flamethrower attack. I keep working on him. I guess come shoot these. I gotta make a decision here. Am I fighting or pulling out? I think I'm pulling out. I don't want to lose a hero to that. That would be stupid. Alright. Hit. Pull out. Sorry, friends. You're gonna have to cover for the Malanthrope. Alright, then you can spawn. Alright. These are much more expensive than the free units that they were killing, at least. Alright, and you can at least barf on them. We might be losing that Malanthrope, too. I don't love that. Yeah, of course, he ran away. Alright, you know what? Come hit this. Yeah, we're gonna need those Carnifexes. What we'll do is we'll do a fighting retreat, kind of back out this way so that we can just keep killing things and getting XP, and we'll clear the route to our base, which is like right there. Assuming we have survivors. Alright, and you can pull out to go get eaten. You can keep hitting that. Alright, and I desperately need some biomass, so please get some biomass. You're still building. Okay, stupid dogs. Alright, you go to there, you go here. Give them the old tickler. You move there, you move there. Alright, I guess we're gonna engage the dogs. XP is XP. Man, how unlucky was that? If this had been nice and wide and open, we could have just flushed in there. We could have probably killed that quick enough. It's all falling apart. It's all falling apart. All of our beautiful, beautiful children. We have flesh hooks now on my beautiful children. I kind of want to finish this stupid thing off, but on the other hand, I probably need to be more realistic and get out of here. Orcs that... Okay, there are orcs on the map. Mind-controlled orcs. That almost certainly means orcs are here. Wherever the next person over is. Alright, well, I will eat some orcs. I'm fine with that. Multiple... Okay, apparently orcs have been absolutely gobsmacked by a mind slayer, whatever they're called. Alright, I can't let them attack him. They're gonna come up and kill another unit, but I'll just have to eat it. Alright, you guys, can we finish this please before you run out of morale? Yes. Right, you are building biomass. You have 1 square done. What I need is this, and it needs 80. I'm just gonna wait till next turn. We'll get started on that. And then you also are gonna need loyalty building. Yeah. I should not have I should not have built the hero when I did. I should have waited like 1 turn and gotten another influence building before I built that. That was a mistake. Okay, reduces the influence cost of resource buildings. Yes. Yeah. Like I said, we're just gonna go find upgrades that are useful because unlocking new things is not gonna do anything at the moment. All right, is the damage mitigation of this tile? Yes, it's enough. I don't get 1 shot. Are you gonna shoot me and finish me? You didn't. All right. Well, you know what? You can chase me into the woods. Who knows what's in those woods? It could be anything. Probably pretty dangerous to chase me in there. It is probably pretty dangerous to chase. Stop moving. Yeah, let's set up an ambush right here. Yeah, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Go grab that for me. If one of them walks here or here, we should be able to just smack them. Okay, you guys are out of oomph. You need to head home. Okay, you need to start in on the construction building. Actually, you should build it here because there's 10% extra biomass. Okay, you guys are waiting to get eaten. Actually, come over here. It's safer to get eaten over there. All right, now we're waiting until we get to 50 biomass. Oh, come on. Come on. I feel like I want that ambush. I feel like I want that ambush. Yeah, come get me. Come get me. Nope, don't do anything. Don't do anything. Chill. 40. That's not going to be enough to build. Yeah, skip. Okay, lowered that. What else do we want? Toxin sacks. Melee attacks for infantry and monstrous creature. That would include our Tyrannid Prime. Sure. One thing cool about Tyrannids is they just have a bajillion different upgrades. Hey guys, fancy seeing you here. Incubus are pretty high tier infantry for them. All right, and then these guys are gonna come just squish a unit. Apparently I've been sleeping on mandrakes. I didn't realize they had the flamethrower attack and infiltrate. That's pretty good. That's pretty dang good. Okay, first up, bonus damage. No, we don't have enough attacks to kill everybody. All right, but we will. All right, so you finish him off. You pull back. All right, you go there, you go there. Barf on them. I would much rather kill a Mandrake than a tier 1 Cabalite. Well, I guess that's a Trueborn. That's not a tier 1. That's like mid-tier infantry. And I could have her pop out, but I'm not sure I want her to get hit. I'll chance it. I'll chance it. We haven't seen any heroes from them. All right, well, we're already in a much better place than we were a second ago. Leveled up. Let's get some more feel no pain. All right, you... Oh man, I've had so little influence, I haven't been able to eat these guys. All right, you can eat. You get started on the loyalty building and eat him. You can only eat one thing per round. And you know what? We're gonna go feed you to that one. Picked one at random, and the winner is Sisters. Okay, yeah, Sisters are fun. It's kind of like Space Marines Light, but they can also still make little settlements, not full cities. They're really, really fun if you like lots of heroes doing buffs and whatnot. What, Hellions? Flying into the back to kill my weak unit? That should be illegal. Can't do that. Kill my unit. I'm gonna barf on you. They didn't like that. They didn't like that. Maybe you should have thought about that before you jumped on my unit. You think about that? Indeed. All right, we got another unit coming here. I think I'm gonna let them come in. Can spawn. All right, you run over here. Spawn there. Oh shoot. I didn't realize we were gonna one-shot those. All right. Well, I'm just too strong. All right, these idiots. I think I'm just gonna let them come in. I want my other hero over here. We could eat the terrain. I don't think I want to eat the terrain. Leveled up. Okay, mass incubation. Reduces the cooldown of living incubator for 3 turns. Yes. More. I need more. All right, what else can we get that's an upgrade? Okay, we could unlock our last hero. Increase the research gain when enemies die. You know what? Yeah, let's get that. Again, things that are here are better than things I have to go build. You can't go wrong with space nuns? I mean, I suppose not. All right. Round 2. All right, he can make it this time. I need somebody else to go eat that attack. It's gonna be you. All right, get in there. Get in there. God, we just cannot make it through this place. All right, go provide support. Shoot them. Just start working your way around. Stupid choke point. All right, start hitting them. We need to get their morale down. And only down 2 HP. Okay. I gotta be careful. I don't want him to die. Don't want him to die. Also, unless they changed it, if I pop mass incubation when this is already on cooldown, it doesn't lower the current cooldown. I need to pop that and then use incubation. I'm not willing to find out if that's... I don't know if that was a bug or what, but I'm not willing to find out when I'm in the middle of a siege. All right, we are still at -1 influence. Unless this gives me a loyalty. I need the Brood Haunt. Does not give loyalty. Okay. One more loyalty building, and then we'll build our Brood Haunt. We'll start getting Carnifexes. Is it Carnifexes or Carnifexi? All right, and you, Nom Nom. 1 turn on the Megaphonisac. Try saying that 5 times fast. And then we'll connect that up. And then you'll need a loyalty building, and then I'm out of biomass. Okay, perfect. I don't like that there's more incubi. All right, how do we do against incubi? That's acceptable. I'm gonna definitely need to kill them, though. I can't have them hitting my hero. All right, come on down here. Let's go support them. Shoot them. Yeah, I can't have you doing that. All right, Scourges are also pretty scary. That's like their anti-vehicle unit. All right, support the damage here. Swing up. Okay, now we'll get the Hive Tyrant. He can fly, so he can actually get down here in pretty good speed. As annoying as these guys have been, just remember, they've only killed units that I didn't pay for. Just for reference there. I don't know. We may still be too low still. Grumble, grumble. Stop hitting my alpha. I'm definitely gonna have to give him a heal. Okay, you move up here. Give him the old tappy tap. Shoot him. I could finish those guys off. Oh, my incubator's up too, though. Do I think they can do 12 damage? And I think the answer is yes. All right, kill him. Do level. We didn't level. Okay. I definitely have to heal him. I don't think I can get away from that. All right, give him the heal. Give him the tickles. I'm playing a dangerous game here. I'm playing a real dangerous game here. Okay, you guys block. Okay, you can barf again. Another unit that's been captured. There's a mind control guy out here just absolutely decimating this AI. All right, barf on him. Kill them. Good. All right, here. I really don't want him to have to attack that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually just pull back 1. Move over 1. We're gonna do mass incubation, incubate here. You kill them. Now we got, look at that, 4.4 research for killing those idiots. All right, they are dead. Now, you are in the city, technically? Yes, okay, so we're getting the city damage reduction. We leveled off of that. Let's get some more Scourge of the Brood. Or do we take the defense? I can heal now. Let's take the damage. Damage. There we go. 13.7. Yeah. Like I said, he's no Orc War boss. No Orc War boss. But he's a lot tankier, so, you know, take that as you will. Oh, I can still... No, that takes an action. Yeah. No. Okay, next. Venom Thropes would be good. Reduces the cost of founding a new city. I do want to still put down another city or two. But Carnifex upgrades. Let's get a Carnifex upgrade. Carnifex is Carnifex no matter how many there are. Just a Carnifex brood after more than one. Like Moose and Moose Herd. Mooses. Mises. The sound of Tyrannus screaming is very good. Well, I have just the thing for you then. All right, continue to rotate. Shoot it. Keep hitting it. All right, now I would prefer these don't get killed. I want to go feed them to my city, so I'm going to try to pull them out. Let's move up here, and again, we can incubate again. And we'll shoot these guys. Man, it must suck not being able to spawn 40,000 extra units every turn. God, why haven't you adapted properly? What's wrong with you? You know what? There's no reason not to come over here and slap it with my tail. That was 0.8 damage. I hope you're happy. All right, who are you gonna shoot? Okay, that Malanthrope. Ow. Okay. Ow. No. Let's not be taking any more of those, eh? All right, you come cover him. All right, now we're gonna be able to incubate again. Rotate, rotate, incubate. Fire, fire, fire. I'm kind of scared about this thing getting shot, so I'm gonna pull back. Is that a rapid fire weapon? No, it's not. Just a disintegrator cannon, as you do. All right, but because of all the kills we've got them into bad morale. So now he's gonna be a little less dangerous and take more damage. All right, we have the loyalty building, get the pop building, and you're actually gonna be ready to go. I will drop probably the infantry building here. Although I haven't dropped the monster. Well, I'd rather have my monsters closer than my infantry. All right, so let's get Brood Hunt. All right, incoming Brood. Imagine imagine not eating your foes and taking the best of their genetics to improve the gene pool of your species. Ugh, cringe. All right, that should be... Oh, no, we still have another living incubator. Okay, well, it is what it is. Is this city? It is not. All right, sorry. Sorry. Spawn another one. Shoot. 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 Bone Sword! Yeah, I think this was a good example, despite me kind of fumbling this fight. Like, I'm basically back up to where we started, and it cost me nothing, and I gained levels. I absolutely love this hero. It is absolutely ridiculous. You know what? You could stand here, and we'll get the damage mitigation rather than out in the open. All right, I want to move closer, but the city will certainly kill this if it gets the chance. Let's just defend here. Let's just try to heal. I probably should move closer and get healed. I hate the fact that the Nids have morale this game. I know it's for balance reason, but no Nids. It's Chad, there's actually an explanation for that. We are severed. The ones that are here, we're in the middle of a big warp storm, and we're really far away from any fleets. These are not connected to the hive mind, or the Norns, I think they're called. They have somehow spontaneously started their own hive mind after they escaped from being experimented on. So they go back to instinctual behavior because they're not under control of the hive mind. When you go near your synapse creatures, they don't have morale anymore. They're back to infinite. I agree. That was one of my questions when I first started playing the game too. But no, it's... I accept that as a gameplay explanation. I think that's good enough. Oh, what a... No, don't actually... Ah, no, ah! I don't want to attack that yet. I want you guys to get closer and get the XP. Alright, you finish it off then. Do they have another city? They do. Okay. Oh, well, never mind. I was gonna say I'm a little surprised they did, but there it is. So maybe I'm not that surprised. All right, you definitely need to give a heal to him. I don't want to lose a Malanthrope. All right, well, I'm coming for those juicy elf ears. Yum yum. Cool. Okay, Broodhaunt up. First Carnifex in the oven. And let's start. Okay, I'm actually... Oh, I need to get another... Hang on. I need to get another pop building here. All right, yeah, pop building. And you are building your pop building. And then we'll be full. I'm probably going to go ahead and drop the infantry building here. Loyalty, yeah, we'll drop it right there. Okay, reduce the cost of finding new cities. Let's just grab that quick so I don't forget. Maybe I can get another Thrope out and we can get our third city. They have another city, the city hiding under your feet. What? Rats the size of men? That's just a myth. I don't know why that made me think of it, but it did. All right. What is with these cliffs and the wireweed that I turned down? Actually killing me. All right, go eat that attack for me. All right, and you know what? I am more than happy to throw bodies at this. Get started. Yep, get closer. Get closer. All right, this is definitely not their capital city, though. I'm pretty certain that was. Although, here's another. All right, but I think we've eaten their army, so unless they have like a huge amount that I'm just not seeing at the moment, I don't have high hopes for them. All right, smashy smash. I guess get closer. You can spawn. The funny thing is, as cool as this feels, it actually isn't that unbalanced. Like, this is totally killable. But man, it just feels like I'm playing a swarm army. So many games tell you that you're a horde faction, and then you don't play like it. You know? This feels like it's an unending swarm. And you can make multiple of heroes. I could have 2 of these. I could have 3 of these. It'd be hard to do, but I could do it. All right, let's grab you. I'm definitely gonna need some more biomass income, though. That's gonna be over here. Oh no, you killed one. Anyways. And then random dogs come from behind and eat one of my units, because of course it does. All right, keep rotating. Give him the old bone swords. All right, shooty shoot. All right, we literally can one-shot the dogs with my level 4s. Do it. All right, and you can come up here and just hit it. Okay, armor. We could get aggressive expansion, ups my growth rate. Bioweapon symbiosis increases the armor pin of melee weapons. Carnifex bioplasma is amazing. Reduce the infantry upkeep of infantry. Decrease the loyalty penalty from extra cities. You know what? I think we're building up to another city here, so let's do that. You. let's get one of those in the oven. No, let's get the hero in the oven. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Hive Tyrant in this one. Its big thing is it has a range 2 synapse, but I don't generally have synapse problems outside of that very, very early game. What are you doing? Who are you? Why are you coming from that direction? Okay, you guys go take care of that. I don't know what's up with that. All right, keep rotating, shoot, attack, shoot. I'm not ready for another one. Go ahead and attack. An Aeon of Idleness. Yeah, good luck with that. What are you trying to tell me? You... Oh, didn't attack. Gotcha. You... I don't want you getting shot up. Okay, here... Honestly, I would like some more broods because I want to be able to produce these quickly, but honestly, we probably need more biomass. What sect have you been playing in Scrolls? Oh, Shinosuke, what have you... Shinosuke, he wants to know what you've been playing in Scrolls. I was gonna say, Haas, you should know what I've been playing. Alright, run over here and kill that idiot. And then... reclaim that. Alright, here... can we kill this without my other hero having to attack? Not quite. Okay. Really? You can't finish that? Alright. Two down. Got any more? Yep. One more snack over here. I wonder what happened. Did they not build heroes? Like, that was a little weird to me. All right, we leveled up. Yes, we will take Living Incubator level 3. So now we're throwing level 7 Termagants out. I was gonna say, Haas, like, you better know what I've been playing. And now we have Exploit Weakness too, so that is quite nice. You know what? Just get the scouting done. Do it. Okay, grabbing more area. All right, we actually need to research an actual unit I want to build because I'm definitely not building Termagants. Okay, and you guys are done. You know what? Why don't you guys swing wide and see what's over here? Okay, again, okay, I think these guys got absolutely destroyed by the mind control. Here's another mind controlled unit. What the heck happened? What did you guys do? All right, head up that way. And you definitely would appreciate getting healed. We have been taking a lot of shots there. All right, get the biomass started. Okay, double biomass down. We're waiting on population. Okay, let's get that next Malanthrop up. Alright, continue your lake tour. Oh no, a giant cliff. Oh my goodness, what the heck? Alright, I'm a little annoyed. Now I'm a little less annoyed. Get him, boys. Alright, get in there. You're gonna need to heal him. Give him a little tickle, make him feel better. Alright, and apparently you can't reach Jack All. That's weird. Alright. Get him. Get him. Give him the old bone sword. I'll put the debuff on it. Oh my goodness, and I think we might have just had a little disconnect there. Hopefully we are still live. What was that? Chat, let me know if you're still alive or if I need to tinker. That was unusual. I'm gonna alt-tab out of my game for 1 second. I don't normally been running any pings. Let me set up one here. Okay, there we go. Definitely had a circle there for a second. Yeah, I had a little blip. I don't think that was my connection. I think I blipped on my way to YouTube, but yeah. I'm running a ping now to make sure it's not me. Okay, we're not gonna do that internet connection. We are not gonna do that again. We did that last summer. That was last summer's thing. No more of that, please. All right, I need to wait for more pop before I put in more buildings. Yeah, let's just wait on that. YouTube's been off the last 2 weeks. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we were having problems at the end of one of the Battle Brothers streams. Really bad. And it's literally something on YouTube's end. There was just nothing I could do about it. All right, you're gonna have to go provide signups for those guys. Okay, we do have an incubator up. Rotate over here, you go there. Mass incubator. Living incubator. Do exploit weakness. Scourge of the Brood. And then hit him for 18 damage. Yeah, he's no Orc War boss, that's for sure. He tries. All right, and then speaking of trying to get through this horrible terrain. Okay, they're not up here for sure. I just wanted to ensure that that was the case. All right. Now, the one downside here is I need my Carnifex to be able to get to the front. And that's going to take us a hot minute. All right, we should have been going that way. All right, run, boy, run. And I would immediately love to start another one. I think I will. Okay, we still need more pop. Here, I could have 2 more down. Let's get more biomass. More. All right, I need that aggressive expansion. We need that population. Yeah, I have a really strong suspicion, at least my problems has. So my connection goes down the West Coast through most of Northern California. And this time of year, California has all kinds of problems, whether it's on fire or having brownouts or whatever. And so oftentimes it'll be a problem on one of the jumps between me and YouTube's ingestion server, but it's outside of my ISP's system. So they're literally like, they just won't do anything about it. At best, I could like annoy them to the point that maybe they would contact the other company, but if it's one of the things I previously listed, it's not like they could do anything about that. It's super annoying. And there's not really any good main lines that run across the northern US towards the eastern US. And even if there was, I don't know where the next YouTube ingestion server is. I highly doubt they have one in like Dakota or something. All right, you guys are gonna die. I'd prefer not to give experience to them when they die, so I'm just gonna pull back. All right, go ahead and incubate. Shoot them. Getting different buffering problems in Brazil, yeah. I would assume that, well, I don't know on that one. You guys might have, isn't there an underwater connection between the US and Brazil that goes through the Gulf, if I remember right? I highly doubt you guys are via landline. Okay, I think you're just chilling. All right, Carnifex, you have a long road ahead of you. Hold on, what is your instinctual behavior? just okay. Yeah, I think they changed everyone's instinctual behavior to just lose morale. They used to all have different ones. Like some of them would like go wild, some of them would attack other units, etc., etc. Yeah, it's probably a problem up here, not your local stuff. Yeah, I have my monitoring stuff open now, and it looks fine on my end. So yeah, whatever that was, I think it was them. Okay, we are still down on population, so I don't want any new buildings. We are building a Carnifex. Yep, we're doing all the things. Boy, this map has a lot of Imperial bastions. It's different than what I'm used to, and there's somebody right here. All right, who is it? I think that is normal Eldar. Craft World. All right, well, it's mine now. Oh, nope. Nope. I'm gonna bump into some Warlocks. Oh, that's gonna suck. Son of a gun, they are totally gonna kill me here. Boo. Boo. I'm helping you guys. I'm killing your bad friends. Boo. The Gene Stealer gotcha. Yeah. We've been just absolutely pouring unit after unit after unit out. It's been quite fun. I don't think I want you to get shot this turn. All right, now you come over here. Let's clear that wireweed. I think I'm actually going to need to do that to get all these units through here. Wait, we are just stuck, aren't we? All right, is what it is. Oh, hey, there's the friend. There he is. The #1 player of this match apparently is that guy. All right, out of the way, out of the way. Coming through. Carnifex coming through. All right, buildings, you just go to sleep. It's gonna be a hot minute before I can do anything with you. All right, we can put one more building down here. And honestly, I think it's just some more biomass. Getting the biomass up now while I have a quick second just lets me recharge some. When that other Malanthrope comes out, I'm gonna found a third city. Yeah. Screaming banshees. Okay. My level 5 Malanthrope. He was just like a Malanthrope to me. All right, and then you, I don't want you to eat this attack, so you're gonna have to do it. All right, go eat it. All right, and then you move up here, clean that out. All right, hopefully this is the last of his cities. I would very much like to get him eliminated. I don't want some situation where I get pulled off this to go fight somebody else. Run over here, spawn another one. A little bit awkward. Oh shoot, very awkward. Okay, he's totally getting mind controlled. I just got done making fun of the AI and here I am getting it. Son of a gun. All right. Yeah, I don't want to go here because I'm gonna get shot by that, so I gotta clear this guy out of the way. Yep. No comment. All right, aggressive expansion is up. All right, continue to rotate. Can you make it? Maybe. Come in here and shoot that. Yes, you can. Okay, you rotate out. All right, let's go deal with this idiot. I'm just gonna eat that. Come up here, attack. Bone sword. I should have done this a little differently. I should have put up the exploit weakness earlier in the turn. These guys' damage is so bad, though, it doesn't really matter. It's his damage I care about. All right, rotate. No, you skip. Shoot it. Okay, at least I had one that got a shot in there. Venom cannon. Boink, boink, boink. Okay, Carnifex Bioplasma next, please. Alright, luckily this tiny low-level city will not hold me up for very long. Although apparently everyone loves my Carnifex, so... sigh. I'm gonna have to clean all this garbage out of the way too, because they're just gonna continuously eat everything that I send this direction. All right, well, hey, Mr. Hive Tyrant, head over here too. And you can... Okay, so Domination, Radius 2 tiles, Synapse Link, yes. 3 tiles, I don't think I need that yet. Increase the movement of Hive Tyrant and allied units, or Psychic Scream. We'll take the Scream, we'll take a movement, and another one. Alright, he's on his way. Okay, you. Third city. Now, I would like either... Honestly, I probably want something that gives me influence, but it probably needs to be in this direction. Okay. Do I chance the robots for another sweet spot? Another bio pool? Or fermentation pool? 3 fermentation pools? What am I if not greed? I'm so gonna regret that. I'm probably gonna need to send the next Carnifex over there. Alright. Any chance we can get this done this turn, guys? Alright, you are actually kaput. Alright, you go over here. Go there. Alright, start shooting them. Can't reach. Come closer. Alright, we're definitely not killing this thing this turn. Alright, hit there. Rotate. Hit. Hit. Okay, what was I doing here? Another... I don't have anything... The problem is I don't have anything I want to recruit yet for melee. I probably should have done that before I did the bioplasma. I may have jumped the gun on that. Alright, let's just get another loyalty building and pop building ready here while we have a second. I love that that stupid thing is running away from me so that I can't get over there. That is so annoying. All right, you come over here. Okay, we can't one-shot the dogs, but what if we screamed at them? Okay, we still didn't one-shot them. All right, finish them off. I absolutely hate that we got quagmired there. All right, can we do it? We definitely can do it this turn. What's the best way to do it? Honestly, if you two could kill it, then that frees him up to move here and then kill him. Dead dreams are now dead. Goodbye. I'm still in shock that they didn't get a single hero out. That's weird. That's very weird. Alright, and we killed him, so we got our unit back. Hooray. Alright, you run up here. Normally I don't heal you guys. Well, nope. I'm still not going to heal you because I could spawn another unit. Spawning another unit is infinitely more valuable. And just chill. Okay, I think that's Craft World. So we know that the Craft World people were like right here. And they're not up here. So we gotta be close to running into them. Dog attack, boo. Alright, now this time around, we've learned some lessons. The lesson is kill all the neutrals so that when we get in the Quagmire fight, we'll see if we level here. When we get in the Quagmire fight, I don't have them sniping off units in my back line. Come on, come on. Gonna level? Not gonna level. Nope, okay. Go ahead and do a little heal. But that music just goes hard, doesn't it? Alright, and there they are. There they are. Hey, yeah, you guys probably thought that was pretty funny, huh? Okay, I didn't find that very funny either. Run up to here. Be a distraction. Shoot them, shoot them. Yeah, I didn't like that hit. Stupid dark reapers and your missile attacks. Well, I don't care for that at all. Find where you're at. All right. You know what? Let's just kill this stupid dog. Let's just kill the stupid dog. If we don't, it's gonna keep pestering my next unit that comes through here. And look, there's our next unit coming. All right, so I think let's set this up to head that way. Oh, and there's somebody right here too. You know what? This is actually better. I don't want to trigger another person if I can help it. More Carnifex. Hey, and we're finally free. We can finally build something. I want another Brood Haunt. Some extra research also kind of feels like it's time. Oh, the sound of anything hovering is always like stressful. All right, go up here. Shoot it and shoot it. All right, man, look at this unit getting babied. 2 heals? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You think you deserve 2 heals? You better do something amazing for me. All right, over here. Make sure we have synapse where it's applicable. Can I kill you with just these guys? Yes. Oh, we got Wraith Blades. All right. We did level up here. I think we're gonna grab some more Feel No Pain. And you know what? I really should have the Blind Grenade equipped, so let's do that. I'm so bad about actually equipping items. 1 casualty. Youch. You know what? We're not near a city or anything I need to be saving this for. There we go. 17.5 damage. That's a little better. Okay, and then you... Sure. All right, maybe this is the end of the distance they were able to get south. All right, you know what? Apparently we're just gonna kill everything on the way down there with this guy. Sure. Give him the old bone tail. One shot that. Very nice. Have I mentioned I love Carnifexes? I feel like I should mention that. Ouch. You guys got all quiet all of a sudden as soon as I had the little connection blip there, and it's freaking me out. I keep alt tabbing to make sure that I'm not disconnected again. This Tyranid feels almost nothing like without, feels almost nothing with that amount of feel no pain. Yep. Yep, they just literally feel nothing. It says it on the tin, I suppose. Okay, you... die. Yeah, this is not them though. This is... I think that might be Chaos. Or Orcs. It's too spiky. It's too spiky. Yeah, come on down. Waddle your way through. Okay, you are gonna go do my Greed City. Do it. Do it. Ah, no robots, no robots. Ah. All right, we need no robots to find me for a hot minute so I can have a second to build and get some levels. Poor Babel indeed. I have nothing relevant to add. Your mere presence is a balm upon my worried heart, Droog. You are always a valuable contribution to this stream. All right, Mr. Healy boy. Nope, you can't even cross a river properly. Why did I heal you? All right, I think we want to be going up. Although I am seeing things out here. I don't want to spread out though. This is all my meat sacks. I need the meat sacks near the front lines. All right, over here. Yeah, these Wraith Blades are stupid tanky. Remember, I'm lowering his stuff at the moment. Yeah, let's get in there. Would barfing on you? Yeah, let's barf on you. Yeah, they don't like that. They don't like that at all. All right, we can hit that and hit that. Okay, you are getting kind of worn down. I'm a little concerned, but I'm also pretty aggressive at the moment, so, you know. I love the Screaming Banshee units, by the way. That's one of my favorite Eldar units. Okay, Zoanthropes would be really nice. I need to get a infantry unit, because we have infantry production that I'm not using. Do we have lictors? Where is my lictors at? Ooh, Trigon also. There's my lictors. Where are my lictors at? Get in here, buddy. Lictors are absolutely ridiculous. Usually games end on lictors for me. Wait. The heck? So that was the enslaved unit. I must have freed him. That's weird. You should have gone back to being neutral because I already killed your faction. I feel like that's a weird interaction. It's a very weird interaction. All right, you one-shot the dogs. Let's go see his new bioplasma. Oh, there it is. Look. He had a spicy lunch. All right, then with that free, you can fly over here. Give him a little scream. Yep. And yep. All right, they're on their way. Let's just get the last Dominion here. This will give him range is 4 tiles, increased synapse link radius, and loyalty of all cities. So now he has four tiles range of synapse. Everyone else is just like around them. So he makes it really easy to keep control of everything. And you... All right, you go see what else they have. Okay, they do have more crap down here. Okay, so I think we need to swing south. I don't want to fight 2 at once if I can help it. Although, killing a war boss is, I do like killing war bosses. Let's see if we can tempt him over here. He'll probably come down and kill that unit. Yeah, let's just see if we can bait him in here. All right, city. I do apparently want some more Malanthropes because I lost that one, sadly. We have 1 extra pop. Loyalty is okay even after we founded that. We could use more pop cap. Let's grab some more pop cap. Here, pop cap is fine. Loyalty is fine. Let's go get that research hooked up for the freebie. Now there are 2 of them. All right, 2 war bosses. Ha ha ha. Something definitely is still up. Can't do this with anything more than 25. Yeah, make sure you do a refresh after we get one of those. I don't know. It seems like it's fine on my end, so it's definitely YouTube. But who knows? Who knows? They're so terrible too. You think that they would have like a creator streamer status page to like warn you when they're having problems? Unless they're having like earth-shattering problems, there's never a message. It is really annoying. Okay, I'm actually going to do a pit stop here with the Tyranid Prime, and we're going to shop. They'll sell to literally anyone. I'll sell the blind grenades. Remind me, how much? Okay, I believe 12 is the maximum armor that is effective, so it wouldn't be a terrible idea to armor him up. I don't have that much, though. Maybe offense is more in his future. We could give him something like concealed weapon, 25% more attacks. We could give him powered gauntlet, 25% extra damage, and then I'm pretty much broke. Could do arm braces for an extra armor, sure. All right, he's kitted out as he's gonna get. Yeah, that is super annoying. It's all clear on my end for sure. I'm staring at it. Sigh. I guess it worked out that we're doing this and not a story game at least. That's doubly annoying. Sadly, I think I'm gonna have to let the elves rebuild because I'm gonna have to engage this. I can't ignore that. They'll just come and eat me. Oops. No, I don't care about the orc war boss. All right, you come take that out. Okay, and we do have incubator up, so mass incubation. Start spawning them. Yep, engage that too. All right, well, at least they'll have a good time. All right, next Carnifex is on the way. Okay, here I need to pop building. Here we were going to stretch over and grab the free research. Oh no, not all my little guys. Now, they get influence for kills, so they do have that going for them. So my inhuman wave tactics do have a little bit of a downside while finding the orcs. All right, head over there. You know what? That wireweed's going to be in the way for all my reinforcements. Let's go take that out. Yeah, let's get in here properly. All right, Carnifex. All right, shoot at him, move over, spawn another one. Shoot at him, shoot at them. He kind of wants to sit here and get healed next turn if I can help it. Now, as a flyer unit, we are actual flyers. War bosses actually can't hit us very hard, so we're actually kind of safe from that. Let's actually be really aggressive. We'll fly in here and we'll give them a big scream. All right, and you guys just come claim that. Oh, they're right there. Just, dang it, orcs. The boys was happy. More fighting. Yeah, I see you, and you're more fighting. All right, another Carnifex, please. Where are you going? That is the fastest route. All right. Who am I to critique your pathfinding? All right, and with lictors coming up, let's get... Nope, not you. Another brood nest. All right, and here we'll grab the pop growth. And then we need the megafauna sac. And then we need another square. Actually, hang on. I should have built the other direction. Megafauna is a construction building. I'd rather have the production bonus. So, oops, I should have done that one. That'll be better. Out of curiosity, Drew, you guys have been playing some Gladius. Have you guys been playing on just medium difficulty like this, or have you guys started turning up the difficulty? I really wanted to turn it up next time we played. I just wasn't prepped for today at all, and I didn't feel like dying in 5 seconds to an unprepped difficulty. All right, let's get rid of that wireweed too. All right, we can run over here and we can shoot. All right, you attack that. And that. If you run up here, we'll spawn some there. All right, I do still really need to get a heal in here. I'm kind of concerned the war boss is going to come like eat him. All right, but the rest of the troops have pretty much arrived. You also need a heal. The amount of healing required is growing. Nope. Okay, that was not what I wanted to do, but sure. He found the war boss, guys. All right, now I want the megafauna sac, and then we can hook that up, and then we can hook that up. Oh no, stay away, robot. Stay away. Robot is totally capable of killing a level 2 town. We do not have great anti-vehicle weapons on here. Got spanked, yeah. Hard is where I stop. I don't like very hard. It feels too cheaty to me. I've mentioned it before, but this game is... If you're gonna make a cheating AI, this is the way to do it. It mainly does it via giving them the loyalty bonus, which at least is like a quantifiable thing. Okay, before we continue though, I really need to go make some more tea. I'm gonna lose my voice here. So I'm gonna take our fiver. I might go poke at my connection, just make sure everything's running fine in the background. As always, I would encourage you to get up and get a stretch, a drink, a snack, etc. We've been here for 2.5 hours, so a little healthy break. If you're not blocking ads, you may get an ad here. I appreciate the pennies, and I will be right back. All right. Hopefully you guys got up, got a stretch and a drink. Let's get back to it. Okay. Yeah, so, man, I really want to just finish off the elves, but I just don't. All right, you run away. I want to see if they're in this corner or if this is the bottom of them. Maybe we'll just have to 2v1. That may just have to happen. All right, run over here, shoot that. Finish that off. Size 15. Yeah, you know what? I think we're rotating. I want to get down there and see if we can get in on that. Whoa. Yes, YouTube, I am back. Thank you. There we go. Okay, run over here. All right, we have a very, very optimistic war boss. Let's put it that way. All right, you guys step out of the way. You come up here. All right, I am gonna throw the heal on him. We do the bone swords. Can we one-shot him? Almost. All right, finish him off. Grab that. Move closer. Bye-bye, level 5 war boss. And then you leveled up. Ooh, hard choice here. So more attack for the little guys, but we're doing less and less of that, and we're transitioning over to healing the big boys. So I think we're gonna level up our healing. 4 HP is not a big heal, unfortunately. All right. Are you sure that's a fight you want to pick? This is that same guy that's been bugging me all turn or all game. Now he's dead because you got in front of a Carnifex. He's dead now. You have room for 1 building, and I'm not building. Let's, just to keep it ahead of the game, let's get the loyalty up. I don't think I can increase my production much. Let's get the Trigon. These guys can dig tunnels, and we can use the tunnels to basically teleport. So we definitely want to get one of those up and running. Although this map actually isn't too bad. I'm going to be relatively close, but still, it's nice to get. Oh shoot, I should have queued up a lictor too. All right, we'll do that next turn, assuming I can afford it. Oh, he's got an actual Wraith Lord Walker. That's a little spooky. That's a lot spooky, actually. Okay. I guess the orcs and the Eldari must have been fighting this whole time, and they just kind of negated each other. All right, attack there. Level 6 speed freaks. All right, rotate, rotate, rotate. Hit him, and heal. All right, finally got a heal in there. We'll sacrifice him. Over here and hit that. Okay, these bikes are a little tankier than I expected. I want to be a little bit careful. This has like a black hole laser gun or something, so I don't want my hero to go in there and just eat that in the face. All right, and you... I am in a little bit of a hurry, but you know what? We'll just nab this on the way. Good to have vision. All right, here. Lictor, please. And before I forget, let's just queue them up to run there. Okay, I think I'm going to have to stop and kill this thing. It's going to bother all my pathing. We'll have the Carnifex go take care of that. Okay, and that's going to be 5 turns for a Lictor. Let's grab 1 research, and then we'll come back to that thought process. Things are slowing down a little bit at this point. The question is there another part of a city? I'm gonna guess no. And that was the correct answer. Okay, so this is the bottom of them. If I can kill this, then we can sweep up, and that would be very, very nice for me. All right, remind me, you do have melee stuff. Melee and it's rending. Increased damage to armor pin. Okay. All right, get in there, little guy. Okay, I think, yeah, you one-shot him. Am I gonna eat a city shot? I think I just will. All right, you eat a city shot. Get up there. Oh, he must have already fired at something. Nice. 7 damage. I don't think we're gonna get more out of a scream. Yeah, the damage on these guys is not usually that impressive, if I'm being honest. All right, definitely need to get you down here. And of course, we bump into something. All right, well, you've already had to stop moving. Oh, stuff's really in my way. All right, you guys are gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go deal with this. We're just gonna go deal with it. All right, you move up. Spawn and spawn, kill that. I need to get my meat shields back out. We're kind of empty at the moment. Leveled up. All right, we'll take the warrior because I have everything else. Unfortunately, that's pretty much garbage. It's not going to do anything. Get half the mega knobs. Sure. All right, we'll come in here. We come with living battering man for plus 50% damage. Yeah, you're a better target. All right, well, it's not much, but it's better than 0, so we'll go ahead and shoot them with the little guys. And then you... I mean, there's a tiny chance they don't finish him, so we'll shoot that. More Carnifex, please. Yep, just more and more of that. What else? Oop, skip something there. Man, that is an endless green horde, isn't it? Oh, they did give me pity. Beautiful. Okay, cool. Thank you, team. Thank you. I will eat you last. All right, now up here, I need to make way for the Carnifex. Carnifex is going to pop a living battering ram. And bonk with the bone tail. Can we finish him? Maybe. Can we do it, guys? Can we do it? It's gonna be so close. Imagine being a Wraith Lord and getting killed by a Termagant. Oof, you're not living that one down to your ancestors. Youch. All right, and I'm just gonna, they actually killed my Carnifex that was up there. I'm just gonna back away from them and feed them little guys, I think, for the time being. Everyone here is pretty much healed up. Yeah, just move down. Same with you. I don't want you to die. And you guys are just gonna defend. All right, you get in there. Living battering ram. Unfortunately, that's not gonna be a 2-shot, which is gonna be annoying. All right, you can at least shoot. You can give them synapse so they don't have problems. Okay, buildings. We have room for more population. We have plenty of loyalty. All right, that means we just need more biomass. All my units are using biomass as their upkeep. Sleep that one. That's fine. Okay, you got the research in. Yeah, I think we get some more biomass. We didn't get very good bonus hexes, so we're just using these little tiny plus 10%ers. So unfortunately, they're not the most useful. All right, Hive Tyrants, Turvigons, and Tyrannofexes get a template weapon. We could get monstrous armor. That's pretty good. The acid blood would be pretty good against the orcs. Norn emissary. Elite synapse monstrous creature bred to annihilate strategic enemies. I actually don't think I've ever built one of those. I think that's one of the new ones. Increased armor penetration of long range. Grants trigons. Let's get the armor first. Babel, who's my favorite Gladius faction so far? I have probably played the most Astra Militarum. There was a point where the balance of the game and my skill level made every map very World War I, where I would have these huge lines of infantry and I would build the Imperial bastions, and it was this huge fight. I really liked them then. I don't like them as much anymore. I like a lot of the units from the Eldari. I do play quite a lot of Tyranids, and I do really like Adaptosauritas. Not that that's narrowing it down for you, but there you go. Yeah, there was a point, like I said, it was very World War I with Astra Militarum. These huge lines in cover, building the bastions up at like weak points, getting the artillery pieces to bombard, and slowly moving that line forward. Felt very thematic. In the current balance, or maybe my skill level, that doesn't really happen much anymore. Stinky orcs, just let me finish this guy off. This might be his only city that's left. I'm pretty sure that they must have been in a huge fight. This is not a huge city. Like, we can do this, guys. And of course you blocked my way. All right, you move over, attack that. You get in here. I want to get started on this. Attack that. Carnifex. Commandos. All right. Go ahead and heal him. Actually, you know what? Come over here. Get off my lawn. This is my siege. Shoo. Shoo. Stinky orcs. All right. I would much rather have been hitting the city with that guy. Yeah, we are a little on the gassed out at the moment. I need a second for my incubator to come up. I need my reinforcements to not be waylaid. All right, hit that. Come here. You've got to be kidding me. All right, we can kill it if we do the living battering ram though, right? Yes. All right, you grab that. All right, now we don't have to worry about that thing waylaying all my reinforcements. Okay, biomass. Artillery chase. Yeah. Well, and the nice thing for Astra Militarum is their basic guys get the med packs, which they have a ridiculous cooldown, but if you have some rotation going on, you can kind of rotate in and out. As long as they're in pretty decent cover, at least if they're getting shot at, they're pretty safe. Okay. Shoot. All right, you gotta go. Yeah, you just gotta go. All right, you step aside, you move up. You're gonna have to heal him. You finish those off. On the bright side, as we kill things, we're kind of causing morale problems, so it is what it is. Leveled up. More scream. Shoot it. Yeah, let's take the more direct route. Now look at that. Well, at least we're gonna have 3 of them arriving. All right, and now with that killed, let's change our route. We'll go that way. Yeah, that's fine. All right, now though, I want a Trigon, and actually, I don't want him to do that. I want you to go right here. We'll build the tunnel right there. I don't know if we'll actually get to use it. This is actually not a good setup for that, but I'm gonna just try to get one and show you what it can do. It's gonna teleport between 2 of them. He'll build one, he'll have like a 10-turn cooldown. We'll run over here and build another one, and then my reinforcements can just show up at the front. When I'm playing in co-op, I value any faction that can get their reinforcements to the enemy siege on the other side of the map instantly. I value that very highly, because there's nothing that sucks more than you're in the final like grindy siege and you have no units present and your entire army is just waddling across the map slowly. Okay. Go over here. Yeah, I wouldn't. Maybe they've got another city, but I can't imagine the orcs would have skirted past it. They totally would have stopped and fought. All right, and sucks, but I'm gonna have to kill that. I gotta get a heal in here. You come down here. Man, see what I mean about transitioning to a healer? All right, living battering ram. Bonk. All right, and you continue to fend off the orcs, I guess. You can get killed, that's fine. All right, move up. Ah, the stinky bees. All right, barf on the bees first. Then bioplasm. Grumble, grumble, grumble. I can't finish them. Obviously, we need more Carnifex. That will solve this. More Carnifex. I can build one more building. I think I probably need more biomass more than anything else. Let's grab that. More, yeah. Yep. Yeah, we're just going to be spamming that. Every single Carnifex is 4 biomass and upkeep, and each one of these only produces 6. So 6.6 with my 10% bonus. More lictors, sure. Is that I'm not even sure what gun that was. Something shot him. Yeah, that's a little bit weird. If I started here, right? Like I started right here and then I moved and founded. They started way down here. So then here and here. So we kind of were like mushed up in this corner funnily. Normally the game's relatively good about having people equidistantly spread out. Extra monstrous creature armor. You'll love to see it. He has almost killed my unit. I hate it. Stop shooting my units. I'm not sure this saves him, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Bone sword. Get in there, buddy. All right. You may die if you don't kill this. Just telling you. All right, Chad. Chad says, gotta go. I'll be chasing a train around tomorrow, so I have to go to bed. What happened to the bus game today? They have maintenance on Wednesdays, I guess. I was only gonna be able to play for 2 hours, and then we would have hit maintenance. So I'm just gonna flip it to Friday when we can play without the maintenance problem. I didn't realize that For them, I think it's Thursday. I don't know. There's a time change difference. But either way, it was going to be right at like my 2-hour mark of stream. So Wednesdays just can't be Limbus Day. Yeah, I didn't know that because I'm new. All right, please don't kill anybody next turn. I'm going to be really disappointed if I miscalculate your damage. All right, and the bees are here. All right, go capture that. Run over there. You too. Fire at the bees. Yeah. Okay, we cleared that out. Let's go ahead and clear it. Okay, acid blood, probably pretty good against the orcs. Let's just grab that quick. All right, Chad, have a good one, man. Oh my goodness, is that a Gorkanaut? It's a Gorkanaut! I haven't seen one of those in ages. Holy moly. Look at him, look how happy he is. He's just excited to be here. I dare say, I think the orcs might still have a little bit of something to put up. All right, can you finish this off? No. That makes me incredibly sad. All right, if that's the case, hit him anyways, and then you finish it off. Move up. Yes, please, another level of healing. Oh my goodness. Keeping this Carnifex alive is a full-time job. All right, the orc cities won't be nearly as painful. They don't have as good of a weapon. I don't really want to get Gorked here. Just move to there. And you... Ditto. I don't want to get Gorkanotted. All right, where, oh, where? Yeah. All right, I want to meet up with my main force. I don't think I want to try to flank with these guys. I'm worried that they would get caught out by a war boss or something. Okay, here we've cleared that out. Biomass and biomass. Don't you dare touch that lictor either. Yeah, run over here, kill the puppies. I love that everything we have now is like one-shotting the dogs over here. All right, go see what this is. Okay, it's not a bajillion of them at least. You can one-shot that, move up. Move up. Okay, he pulled back with the Gorkanaut. I would not have guessed that. What? Finish off your food! What are you doing fighting me? Oh my goodness. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Not even finishing what you started. Alright, get up there. You go there. Again, we need to heal. I really need to find a second to be able to incubate. Like, really badly, because I need some fodder. Okay, you construct burrow right there. All right, my future units, I would like you to go here. And you also. And then we have, oh, I guess they shortened it. 5 turns until we can drop another burrow. So hopefully we'll be somewhere near the front in 5 turns. We'll zip on over there. And then these are good, but I don't feel like they're as cost efficient, if I'm being honest, as just Carnifexes. With all the upgrades you can give a Carnifex, so we look at one here, we have Bioplasma, which is an assault blast, and it gets the Gigabore Hives, so that is a nice, like, flamethrower-like weapon. We have the Bone Mace, 6 armor pin, and a big damage. We like that. We have the Scything Talons. Again, just a really solid 6 armor pin, 2 attack, 8.4 damage. We have the Spine Banks. So we, again, another blast and another assault weapon. and we have the Stranglethorn Cannon. Like, that is so many attacks compared to him. Now, admittedly, you can get a couple upgrades, but we have Bioelectric Pulse, which is it's an okay little hit. We have the same Talons, and that's it. So, to me, this is more of a utility guy. The Carnifex is where it's at. He is so close. Are you gonna finish him? He finished him. Are you done? They're done. Wow. It has been a long time since I saw an AI manage to finish off another AI. They normally are pretty anti-player biased. Wow, good job, White Orcs. It's like the Urukai here or something. Also, Gorgonaut. I'm a little afraid of that, actually. Yeah. I'm a lot afraid of that, actually. And I can't reach him with most of my units. 3 movement. 1, 2, 3. Alright, head up that way. Ditto. Alright, I have got to. We need to pop. Mass incubation. Living incubator. Alright, let's start pumping them. Kids ain't gonna pop themselves out. Alright, you go be fodder. Run. Oh my gosh, can you imagine seeing this come out of the woods? Yeah, you know you're gonna have a bad day if that's what you see. Alright, lictors. Yeah, they're starting to get morale problems. We really need to get them to some synapse. Sure. Take the shot. We're monstrous creatures. We can't hide and cover anyways, so no reason not to take the shot. Kind of ditto here. We may as well move up and just see what we can see. Yeah, we'll see if we can trap him, maybe. He's got a weird boy back there. That's weird. Okay, you. Yep, more lictors, please. And we still have 2 more. Honestly, it's all about the biomass now. We just need pools and pools and pools of biomass. You don't you get any ideas, Mr. Roboto? All right, here. Yeah, notice this place has no loyalty building. I'm only at -0.8 loyalty because we have the tech for that. It essentially lets you get 3 cities for quote unquote free, almost. Very, very nice either way. I don't think any other faction can spam as many series as Tyranids can. I don't think anybody has a tech quite like that. Okay, not too bad. And we have acid blood, so all their little melee shenanigans, well, we'll just splash acid on them. All right, we have a level 7 war boss. Well, not for long. Not for long. All right, come up here. I better save those abilities for fighting that. All right, can we take him out with these plus an incubator? Shoot him. Shoot him. Burna, boys! We don't like that. We don't like that at all either. There's all kinds of things I don't like happening right now. I might... be fine. He'll be fine. Get in there. Alright, take out those burner boys. I don't want that. I want you to not exist anymore. Alright, but we know that whatever orc cities exist is gonna be up here, so it can't be too crazy. He says confidently. Alright, you go get shot. Sure. Alright, pop living battering ram. Bonk. Did we run out of units? Oh, okay, he hasn't attacked. I was gonna say, I thought we were killing this guy. Bone swords. All right, then we still need this level 3 Gorkanaut that somehow we're gonna kill. Okay, Hyver, he kind of really needs a heal. I think we're gonna go over here, and we're just gonna heal. I don't have time to heal him with that, so we'll try. All right, and here I can have 2 more buildings, biomass and biomass. Okay, we could get the Trigon Toxis Spike. Decrease the influence cost of consuming. We're not really doing that anymore. You know what? I've never built a Norn Emissary. Let's build one. Let's see what that's all about. Another thing I didn't get this game, Venomthropes. Malanthropes used to actually have the Venom Cloud. It gives you range cover in a 1 radius AoE. Very worth it if you're fighting shooty armies. Very, very worth it. Okay, well, no time like the present, I suppose. Let's get in there. Exploit your weakness. Run over here, spawn there. Run up there. Alright, shoot that. Alright, I want to kill him first because I think I might be able to get his morale down. No, we didn't get it any further down. It's still at the shaken tier. Alright, is what it is. Bone sword. Yes, I'm gonna say that every time I use the ability. Look at that, 44.1 damage. No war boss, but you know, he does all right. He does all right. All right, and here we're living battering ram for 21. You guys can't get to him, so just swing around to the side. I can't get through here. Oh, or could I? What if I run over here and we clear that wireweed? Oh ho ho! Living battering ram. And then bonk. All right, Gorkanaut down. That is his power. The power of exploit weakness. That is what makes him good. All right, you really need to just pull over and heal for a second. Lictors, you really need some synapse. Run up here. Boink. All right, here we have 1 extra spot. I can't really produce any faster, so I think we're just gonna continue to look for more biomass. I have no biomass spaces. All right, we'll just grab one that's gonna give me 35 biomass. This game looks hard. It can be. This is a game that has a really good AI, actually, despite a couple foibles with it. It actually can play its own game. So many games, they just can't play themselves. Like, the AI can't understand. If you like Warhammer 40k, it's a good game. It's got all the Warhammer 40k stuff you would want. I really can't praise it high enough. I've done a couple streams, and I think all just streams on it, but there are plenty of other people who play it a lot too. Dust Tactic likes it quite a bit. If you like it, war games specifically, because it's not a civilization game. Like, I had a friend who was very upset about that when it first came out, because he wanted a civilization-like game, and it's not. It's a war game. It's definitely even further on the war game scale than Shadow Empires is. But if you like that kind of thing, I think you're gonna really like it. Like, it does the war game thing really well. All right, Mega Knobs, I hate you. You damaged my units. And you pull out, we'll rotate. You get up here and hit him. All right, again, get rid of the wire weed. Now we can reach him. Notice the utility of keeping a engineer unit near your front line to get rid of wire weed. You can also take out forests and ruins if it becomes relevant. If you ever have to do a fighting retreat, sometimes taking out the cover as you leave means the enemy has to charge across open ground. That can be really helpful. All right. Dang it, I just can't reach him. Oh, but my Lictor can get to this level 5 weird boy. Lictors are basically assassins. It's a stealth infantry unit. It has 3 scything talons, 3 rending claws, and then I've given them flesh hooks. Yeah, very, very nice. They have fleet and they have hit and run, so they don't take attacks of opportunity, and hit and run lets me ignore zone of control. So you can fly to the back and one-tap heroes. Always hear bad things about... Well, the newest Civilization games aren't very good, but the old Civ used to be amazing. One of a kind. I remember being in middle school and I had my Nintendo Power and they had a 2-page spread about this game called Civilization. I must have read that thing during silent reading every day for a month. I was so excited about the Civilization game. And it was good. It was so good. That was like the original. All right, now unfortunately, we have a lot of people who can't get to where I want them to go. Hey, Andrew, how's it going, man? Okay, we have 1 turn on dropping another tunnel. That's actually really useful. All right, we'll zip over here. And then next turn, we'll see if we can find a spot to drop. So you know what? You just stay here. And you just stay here, because you can use the tunnel next turn. And yep, more Carnifexes. That is literally going to be the story for the rest of the game, is just more Carnifex. I can fit 2 more of those. Yeah, every new one makes the fan base sadder. Yep. Well, and the most frustrating thing is, the fan base told them we don't want that. We don't want to change civilizations. And they're like, yes, you do. We know better. No, we really don't. And they're like, no, you do. Well, it turns out when people tell you, I don't want that, maybe they mean, I don't want that. All right, dang it, we got another stupid guy already. We just killed one of you. All kinds of things sneaking around out here. And you could heal. All right, go over here. Pop a heal into him. All right, there's no reason not to. Let's get over there. Living battering ram. Wow, even with only 2 of my units left alive, I can still go kill that hero. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. All right, and you... I think I'm just going to drop this back where it's a little bit safe. We'll drop it here. All right, then friends. Subterranean assault. Boink. Hello, friends. And subterranean assault. Doesn't cost anything, by the way. Hello, friends. Downside, you do not have any actions when you arrive. So unfortunately, we're going to take a round of shots here, but we'll get this cleared out. We'll get this cleared out. You really don't want to go into combat. You're pretty wounded. Yeah, just take it. Take 5. Take 5, man. All right, run up here and distract him. Ironically enough, I'm going to clear out the last piece of wire weed because it's just in the way. I have too many units. All right, run up. Living battering ram. Bonk. Yeah, you can really see the difference not having exploit weakness on this guy. That's 2 living battering rams and he's still at 25 HP. I don't think I want to put my fragile unit near a flamethrower. Tier 9, Biomorph Adaptation. Increases the armor penetration of biomorphs. That's essentially all of our weapons. We could add Hammer of Wrath to a bunch of units. Anyone I care about right now? Not really. Megagaunt Instincts. Reduce the biomass upkeep of big creatures. We could get the Tyrannifex, monstrous creature with long-range weapon. Or we could get regen. You know what? I'm really feeling the need to heal. Monstrous creatures and the prime get healing. Let's do that one. Boom. 5 turns. I might even build a little bit more research if my other place comes off of finishing the biomass. Civ 3 was pretty good, yeah. I mostly played... Which one had the expansion Beyond the Sword? Is that 4? Or was that 5? Whichever one that was, I played quite a bit of that, and then we found the mod Fall from Heaven, and the mod Fall Further, and we played hundreds of hours of that mod. One of my... now thinking back on it, it kind of reminds me of Dominions, actually. Now that I think about it, just the way that the different civilizations were there. That was a fun game. It was such a fun game. The lead modder for that actually got hired by Stardock. Derek, I think his name is. Unfortunately, they put him on kind of a stinker of Fallen Enchantress. But I was super excited because I was hoping we would get basically Fall from Heaven, but a real game. And by real, I mean like an official game, not a mod. So my heart was broken there, to be sure. Okay, again, I turned the wireweed down. Why are all my fights involving a bunch of wireweed in my way? What's the deal with wireweed? All right, you gotta go. You gotta go. Let's battering ram. Okay, there we go. You can kill him in 2. Now I want to be kind of careful with him. In 4 turns, I can drop another brood hive. But I also don't want to baby him because he is actually a decent unit. So we'll see if we can find opportunities for him to fight. All right, you head up there. Get closer. All right, get closer, and let's actually heal this guy. All right, you got to get closer. This poor Lichter's absolutely schlonged. Just don't even move, man. Just try to heal. Hive Tyrant is good to go. He leveled up also. More screening, please. Okay, you know what? Let's grab a little bit more research. Yeah, I can do that. We can actually drop 2. Let's drop 2 more. We'll get some of the big in-the-game text a little quicker that way. That regen would be really nice, and the upping monstrous creature damage would be pretty nice. And then, yeah, more Lictors. You loved Elemental and Fallen Enchantress? See, when I bought in, it was a different game. I bought it in really early access, and yeah, it was supposed to essentially be Crusader Kings but fantasy and having combat, and it changed a lot from the original vision. They were actually one of the first strategy games that when you zoomed your map out, it would turn into it would look like a paper map. That tech, and then zoom to mouse. That was the first game I ever played that had zoom to mouse. Conversely though, that game when it first came out in early access had something so wrong with its netcode, it would restart my router. I still don't know how the heck it did that, but it was definitely that game. That was the game that taught me to not trust early access. Goodbye. All right, we're gonna attack the heap. I don't feel like charging ahead with my big guy. You can just rest for a turn. Okay, a dock. We can kill a dock. All right, maybe you don't get a rest for a turn. Because I kind of want to kill another hero. Holy, okay, so the Dark Elves didn't build any heroes. The Orcs, I've killed probably 5 heroes already, and I can see 3 more currently. So apparently the Orc AI understands that heroes are really good. For sure. Okay, close the distance. Yeah, you know what? Get in there. Somebody's got to do it. Lictors. Now, lictors aren't bad at fighting cities, but they're better. They would be better put to use killing heroes. All right, if you come up here, and again, we cleared the stupid wireweed. Oh my goodness. Low wireweed, by the way. I still can't make it where I want to go because there's a cliff. All right, well, swing around the side. We'll hit the city. Hopefully they don't shoot them because I would prefer them to be in good shape to go assassinate the back line. All right, and you can come up here. Again, 12 damage. It's fine. It's not stellar. You hobble on in here. Maybe you can take a quick little heal. And you're in good enough shape. You come over here and heal. Okay, the Hive Tyrant. Honestly, run up here. Give us a little scream. Almost one-shot the weird boy. We were close. Level up. Yeah, skills that don't matter, unfortunately. I'm also just running out of room yet again. Why can't I hold all these Carnifex? Oh, and here comes some more. Oh, I love it. It feels like I'm playing a Swarm faction. I keep saying it, but it's because it's true. It feels like I'm actually playing the thing. All right, Norn Emissary. Let's see what that's all about. I've never built one of those. Here. See, we got this built so late. This is the problem with late cities. Like, we're on turn 111. Is this thing ever going to do anything? I don't know. I don't know. All it really needs to do is spam biomass, though. So, I mean, I guess at this point, we're finally online. Orc war bosses are pretty good. I picked the base game after your last stream and been playing a lot of orcs. Orc war bosses are amazing. They're a little fragile, so I tend to like to get them the Zote hide coat and then the bracers and the vest as like their baseline 3-piece of equipment rather than going for damage if you can't afford it. And if you could get some cyborg enhancements just to keep them alive. But I've one-shot like 100 HP cities before with orc war bosses. It's ridiculous. Part of it is they have a bajillion attacks, and that really helps them out. All right, they killed my lictors that I didn't want to die, so now I'm kind of mad. All right, you run there, get up here. Okay, we're not going to kill this thing if I don't debuff it. Give me the bone sword. Yes, I am going to make that every single time. You can't stop me. All right, that, and then kill, and then kill. All right, we can almost one-shot the war boss, and then if we bring the tyrant over, finish him off. Is that their city? I can't believe it would be. Yeah, there's another one. That was too small to be their main city. Okay, we've got some Killicans. Killicans are also, this is another early game unit. Very good, actually. Melee and flamethrowers, if you have rough terrain near your city, they're a little more sturdy than orc boys. Very, very nice unit. They don't hold up in the late game, and they don't like anti-armor, but at the early part, when you're killing dogs in the forest, they are top tier. Yeah. I see YouTube rerouting the traffic. Hey, good job, YouTube. Keep rerouting around whatever problem you're having. That's what I want to see. Well, what I want to see is you not to have problems, but if you're going to have a problem, you need to reroute the traffic. All right. They founded a level 1 city recently. Sure. Me too, buddy. Me too. All right, we'll take the relic. Maybe I need to turn relics off or down again. Maybe that would help the AI too. They had so many units get captured that really put a crimp in their expansion. All right, maybe I shouldn't even bother moving that guy. Yeah, Yeah, we're fully traffic jammed up here. Okay, back at the big city. We have one pop. Yep, we have one pop. Biomass. Yeah, the nice simple economy here, man. Feels good. I've kind of fubbed up a little bit with that influence briefly, but yeah. Not having to do food and energy and research and influence. So nice. Still can't get it under 24 seconds of delay. Interesting. When I was on break, I went and pulled up my own stream. I only had a 5-second delay, but yeah, it just depends on where they're routing the traffic. Okay, we could heal him. You guys get out of the way. Can we kill this city this turn? I think the answer is going to be no. I'm pretty sure the answer is going to be no. All right, next turn we can drop another entrance. All right, Shinosuke, have a good one, man. Yeah, we're going to be done here very shortly. I can't imagine he's going to come back from this. Oh, there's this. Wow, look how close we were. Holy moly. This could have been an entirely different game if they had come over here when we were down in that corner. We probably would have lost. I guess we lucked out on that one. All right, again, clear the wireweed. That is hilarious to me. Babel turns down wireweed. Entire map, wireweed. All right, let's pin you in place. Oh, or not, because there's a guy behind you. Okay, never mind. Sure. Shoot him, or no, attack him. Shoot him. Shoot him. All right, see if you can go eat the attacks from that town. Ditto. Actually, you know what? We should probably barf on you. Yeah, barf. Barf on him. I said barf on him. There you go. Enjoy, enjoy. Leveled up. And we'll get the movement ability. Maybe I'll pop it at some point. All right, lictors. Let's wait one turn because then I'm going to drop that new cave. Definitely taking the biomorph adaptation for more damage. Look at that. We might even get to tier 10 this game. I feel like we played pretty quick too. What are we at? 3.5 hours? Yeah. Probably another 10, 15 maybe? It looks like there's 2 more big cities left. Yeah, I'm up in Pacific Northwest, so northwest of the United States. So we are about as far away as we could be unless I was in Alaska or Hawaii in our respective countries. Assuming you said Brazil, right? Okay, bonk. And bonk. And bonk. All right, and then I think we're just in. Like I'm at like swarm level, so we should just be super aggressive here. If we take losses, it's fine. Heal you. Take a pot shot. All right, you. Let's make sure that you die. I just want to make sure that they're not going to be able to attack. They can kill these brood hives. So I just want to make sure they won't be able to. Wow, how decadent. Look at this. Look at this. Just right to the front. Hello, boys. Fancy seeing you here. All right, then where is... It's Garag Hack. Yes, Garag Hack. All right. Sorry, you're going to have to eat this. And again, clear the wireweed. I swear I turned it down. You guys saw me turn down the wireweed. I really did it. If you have a swarm, we may as well swarm. That's right. I mean, look at this front line. Most of this is monstrous creatures and heroes. Like, that is a respectable swarm. Also notice I'm not really having any problems with synapse. Once you get going, I don't find it too bad. I know some people don't like that play style, but I honestly just don't find it too bad. More lictors, please. Yep, we're literally not stopping. However, I do need a loyalty building, and we're gonna need another spot for more pop. Here. We have room for 3. Why can I not build there? You have 0. Oh, why are we? Clear that out. And the cyber heals himself for 0.9. All right, buddy. Good luck with that. Ow. You can pull back. All right, you. Do we not have? Okay, you can reach it. Okay. Oh, we got waylaid by some buggies. Boo. All right. Stupid buggies. I got places to be, cities to eat. Ain't got time for you. All right, we're definitely not killing that city now. All right, we'll run over here and we'll scream about how mad I am about that. And still not quite kill the buggy. All right, you know what to do. Okay, now they're just spamming little tiny... Oh, no, I guess that's not a tiny city. That's a 16. Okay, that one's been there for a bit. And again, move up, clear the wireweed. I'm not near Spokane, but I am in the Pacific Northwest. That is, yeah, that's up there. I know where that's at. Are you over near Spokane? Do we have another Pacific Northwester in here? Have you enjoyed it not being completely filled with smoke yet this season? Because I know I have. Can you imagine when we start getting like strategy games that actually have like some rudimentary AI or more likely machine learning? That could be really interesting. And I wonder if people will like that, or I wonder if people will hate that. A lot of times people don't actually like to be challenged in their games. All right, run up there. There's no reason not to. Shoot some of them. Again, if you're gonna swarm, swarm. Get up there. Take that. I mean, what? I'm out of wireweed? That's so weird. All right, you can come up here. And again? Okay, this is the Norn dude. Okay, I can't really see him here. Let's move over here where I can see him better. I'll go right here. Oh, look at him. He looks cool. All right, what do you do? So you have 1 Scything Talon, 1 Rending Claw, Psychic Tendril, Neuroblast, cooldown of 2 turns, Assault Blast, Witch... Okay, so you're a Psyker. I knew that. Norns are Psykers. 2 Pen... Large... Okay, so Blast. So killing infantry with the Psychic Tendril. A different one with higher damage and Melta. Okay, so we have infantry attack, we have a Melta attack, so anti-vehicle. Then we have singular purpose, increase accuracy and damage against the target enemy unit. Okay, so we pick a unit, and I guess opponent energy, singular purpose 10. I raise the opponent's accuracy and damage against the target enemy. Okay, I put a buff on that makes me more accurate and do more damage. Okay. Okay, yeah, cool. Psyker unit, 9 armor and 44 HP is pretty good. And I'm 99% sure that you are a Synapse unit. So that's kind of nice. A monstrous Synapse unit. Probably make an AI that would never in any strategy game lose if you had the resources. Look at the amount of people who try to get you to save scum. Yep. Sid Meier, when he was talking about designing Civilization, actually, in the original game, it was supposed to be about the rise and fall of civilizations. So there was a natural pacing to it where you'd get big and then you'd fall apart. Kind of what we have in Republica for Shadow Empire. But he said he found that whenever the playtesters started going down, they would just keep save scumming to stop it from happening. So they scrapped the whole idea. People do not like to lose things. It's better to not give somebody something than to give something to them and then take it away. People absolutely hate that. Absolutely hate it. I mean, look how often like something bad will happen in a game and I'll become completely singular-minded on getting that thing back, even if it really doesn't matter. You just, it's human nature. It's like, no, that was mine. No, mine. Oh, I see. Grim says, I live in Spokane. Always expect the smoke in August, September. Well, it used to not be that way up here. It's definitely been worse about the last decade, that's for sure. Never underestimate the power of greed. That's right. The Boss's Place. I love the name of Orc cities, by the way. We should go look at them all. So we got the Boss's Place, the Daka Club. Okay. Tell me you would not go and hang out at the Daka Club. I'm thinking it's a firing range / bar. It's a little dangerous. Maybe you have to do your fire range stuff first and then you're allowed in the bar and not the other way around. The Daka Club. All right, can we kill this city this turn? I think so. I think so. I'd go if it wasn't orc run. Oh, wow, dude. What do you got against orcs? They the bestest. Have the best Daka. All right, and bonk the Death Dread. I've never seen orcs actually make this many mechs before either. Normally they love to spam infantry, but okay, actually, you know what? That actually makes sense. Look at the terrain that they have. There's no food up here. It's all minerals. So that makes sense that they were spamming vehicles, actually. This town had a little bit of food, but I think this was one of their later cities. So that actually makes sense. They properly chose to go down the vehicle path. Good job, orcs. You did excellent. You did really good, orcs. I'm very proud of you. This is like really good, actually. Like, no, not memeing even. All right, zoom, zoom. Splat, splat. All right, get up here. Take out the wireweed. All right, you little guys are actually more underfoot than you are helpful for a lot of this, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Nobody even needs a heal. That's weird. Nobody needs a heal? Is everyone feeling okay? That's strange. I feel like orcs would be the most insufferable creatures to be around because they spend all their time arguing. I mean, there would be a lot of fights in that place. There would be a lot of fights in that place. The boys was excited. More fighting. I just absolutely love that from the orc intro. Everyone else is like, oh god, Gladius is hell on earth. And the orcs are like, yes, this is amazing. I love it here. When the orc boss is like, sorry, we have to go invade somewhere else. Like, no, just 5 more years of war. Come on. I mean, you'd probably be safer in an orc bar than with the Drukhari, at least. That's for sure. I was doing a little bit of Drukhari lore diving a while back, and I was like, yep, they're as horrible as I thought I remembered. Probably the absolute worst faction you would ever want to deal with. Like, just end yourself. Don't even chance it. Just nope out when they show up. All right. Unfortunately, I have more Carnifexes than can actually reach the city. All right. I really need this guy to die so I can get through here. All right. One of you come over here. I just literally cannot get back there with him. So go capture that. Come over here. You provide some extra synapse. You go get shot. All right, you run here and get healed. And you can shoot. All right, let's see what this thing's all about. Can I do this stuff to buildings? I think so. I can. Singular purpose. Northern emissaries have increased accuracy and damage against this unit. Oh. That is not a personal buff. Oh. Hello, my new favorite monstrous unit. Everybody who attacks gets that. 8% accuracy is... Or 1 accuracy is worth 8% damage. So this is approximately, no, not 8%. What is the formula? Hang on. 1 accuracy is equal to 8% damage, which is equal to 1 armor. So this is about 2 armor pen worth of damage. There we go. But this is accuracy and damage. So if we attack with people who don't have 100% accuracy, like these little guys only have a 6. That is a big buff. Okay, and then we have a Melta. All right, that's not that impressive. But it's not bad either for the type of unit that is. Okay. Okay, I see you. I see you. And you can make it over there. Hit him. And you can also make it over there. Hit him. Lictors almost can make it. And you can come over there and give him your debuff shortly. Man, the orcs actually had 3 artifacts. That means they actually killed 3 of the mind control dudes too. Orcs for the win, man. They were doing amazing. All right, you can take retirement, I suppose. You literally just are stuck. Yeah, just chill. More lictors. Take the tunnel. Pop over here. Man, this is amazing. I'm sure that this tunnel ability used to be a 10-turn cooldown. 5 turns is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I hope you guys appreciate how powerful it is to be able to get my recruits directly to the front line. Normally, if we were playing somebody over here, we'd have this conga line all the way across the map, having to walk. This is so good. All right, what do we got? Tier 10. Adrenal Glands. Grants units increased movement and increased melee damage. Removes the cooldown of Lecromation. Increase the population limit. Increase the hit points of Brood Hives. And Brood Haunts. Agile gargantuan creature unit that shreds entire armies. Well, that sounds cool. I doubt we're gonna make it, but we'll see. Until the Vermin beasts arrive? Yeah, the Tyranids. Yeah. This is what inspired the Zerg when Blizzard stole all the IP from Games Workshop. So if you think Zerg, they're kind of similar. All right, you guys just get out of my way. You're literally just not helping. All right, kill that. Come here, kill that. They got another war boss. Hit that. Hit that. All right, run over here, spawn a stupid little guy. Grumble, grumble. All right, you come over here, and everyone's favorite, clear the wireweed. I am so glad we played Tyranids on this map, and I have all these guys to clear out the wireweed. I would have been so mad if we were playing somebody else, and we didn't have all these guys sitting around over here to do this for me. All right, bonk that. All right, Norn, 10 damage. All right, Norn, you actually don't do the most damage, so just back up for a second. Get him in here. Exploit weakness with his bone sword. He's so excited. 30.7. I mean, again, he's no war boss, but he's a team player. He's a team player, you know? Lictors, can you finish it? I think they can. Oh, well, they didn't attack in order. I guess Hive Tyrant, will you finish it? Bye-bye, Dodaka Club. Okay, we just got this one left. Yeah, we don't need to do anything with you. You actually could be up here. Shoot it. I don't care. Well, we should win on next turn. Oh, but they got that war boss. I don't think that's going to change anything. So this is a brand new level 5. Late in the game, your heroes actually scale, so they just recruited him and they get him as a level 5. And he actually did half of a Carnivex's life, so that's not nothing. That's definitely not nothing. All right, Living Battering Ram is back, 21.8. Lictor, 23.6. I don't think we're going to be able to kill this, unfortunately. That is annoying. Yeah, because the war boss. All right, well, you save him for a turn, buddy. You save him for a turn. All right, and everyone else can just be skipped because we're not going to be able to fit in there anyways. The Tyranids came to party at the club. Well, they closed it down because they thought there were bugs. Oh. Oh. That makes me so sad. All right, well, Lictor and kill. All right, that was a pretty good game. I wish I was practiced up, but I think I did all right here. I definitely showed off one of the strategies I like to do. Just mass free unit spawn that buys you time to get into the Carnifexes. If I hadn't screwed up the influence, we could have probably got those Carnifexes out maybe 10 turns earlier. We won on 120, which is pretty good. We had all of our heroes, and we even got to tier 10 tech. So, yeah. I was a little spoiled, though. We had 3 fermentation pools. So all of my cities had a fermentation pool. That is ridiculous. I find that the pop growth is the limiting factor in the mid to late game, and the fact that we could not have gotten better. Like, literally, we could not have been better. So that was absolutely amazing. I quite enjoyed that. Let's take a quick peek at the stats before we go. Dim Bones Man says, GG, thanks for the stream of Tyranids. I haven't actually played them yet. Have their DLC. They're fun, man. And there's totally other strategies. Early game spamming the Prime and the Warriors, because remember, the Prime has that ability, he can buff Warriors, and Warriors are Synapse creatures, can be another really good strategy. And just one you can get started with on tier 2, like just right away. You rush the Tyrant, and then you rush the Warriors, and you're off and running. Okay, let's take a peek here. So, economy. Let's see where our cities were founded. Yeah, you can see here, I'm late. I'm very late on the city founding. They were all way above me. This jump right here is them founding cities. And the Dark Elves, it looks like they did 1 and then a second one. So they actually went to 3 cities like super fast. I don't think they fixed their loyalty problem though. And then they definitely founded a couple more because I killed 4 of their cities. Orcs. second city, third city, fourth city, something like that. Yeah, not bad. But, I mean, we were actually behind. We were definitely behind in the early mid game, I would say. And then this is me fixing that problem with the influence, and then we're off and running. Military, I think we're going to see some pretty stark things here. Yeah, here is me getting in that fight with the Dark Elves and struggling, but also just causing them to lose things. And then I could just replenish my stuff for free. So we just continued on, basically. Yeah. And I expect that we did pretty good on research, too. Actually, no. We were actually the worst for research. Wow. Wow. We started with only a single one, and then I built a second one somewhere in here. Maybe it was in here. And then we spammed 2 more kind of later on. Interesting. Normally my greed play is found city, grab tile, build 2 research buildings, but it is so slow that if you lose a starting unit, you're in a lot of trouble. You're in a lot of trouble. It also works good on people who have early upgrades for their starter units. So like Space Marines, you can give them frag grenades and crack grenades. And so your 2 starting units are already kind of tough, and then giving them grenades can kind of keep them going. Interesting. Interesting either way. Try an AI mod or 2? Their income nonsense? I don't know. It's not that bad. If we look at it. I find this to be a relatively balanced game. Yeah. So either way. All right. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out. I'm sorry we had to do kind of a shuffle here last minute, but I didn't know about maintenance. So I've learned a lesson there. My plan is I'm recording videos tomorrow, so no streaming tomorrow. So if you're a member, there'll be some new members first stuff coming up. And I believe the second to last episode of the Age of Wonders playthrough comes out. On Friday, we will have Scroll of Taiwu in the morning, and we will do the Kanto 3 for Limbus Company. And then Saturday is the 4th of July. So I will do my morning Scroll of Taiwu, but we're going to have to cut it off a little bit early. And I will finish up Limbus Company, but it's going to probably be a little bit later. I'm going to like a mid-afternoon barbecue. So we're just going to have to kind of work around that. And then we'll be back to regular schedule again. All right, guys, I hope you had a good Wednesday. I hope you have a good Thursday, and I will see you on Friday. Babble out.